増えるいくつもつないで重なった星の波が溢れてかすかに潮騒を鳴らして呼んでる。だからもう奇跡待たなくてもいいの。飛び込んで会いに来て。渚の果て
Apologies for the delay. Really thought I could eat my dinner in 10 minutes. I was wrong. But hello, Super Twin. Congrats on your first. Welcome into the stream. We're having my... excuse me. Little water stuck in my throat there. We're having my last Choose Wisely official stream during the festival tonight. Mana, hello! How's it going? Good to see you! Guys, did you know that Mana Scarletify is gonna start Neo Tui next Monday on her channel? Y'all should check her out if you haven't already. She's also playing Xenoblade on Friday, and that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to that, Mana. I hope you had a lot of fun with A New Day, even though I know a lot of the fights in it can be quite a lot. They can be a whole lot. I remember struggling during some of the fights for that one. They really expect they really expect you to be like really on your game for that, and it's hard. Yeah, oh man. But I hope you had fun playing it nonetheless. I hope you're excited for Neo. I'm really looking forward to checking out those streams whenever I can. I love Neo. Such a good game. Such a good game. Sorry, I'm feeling like a little bit of water still stuck in my throat. I'm gonna mute 1 second while I drink some more water and hope maybe that's... Sorry, I think I forgot to unmute. Oh my god. Sorry, I was getting the water there. But hello, yes, I was taking a sip and I forgot to, I guess, maybe I double-clicked my fucking hotkey. Oh man, but I think my throat's feeling better now. I think. It's hard because I didn't want people to hear me possibly coughing with a little bit of water stuck in my throat. But Scuff. I'm very good at being Scuff streamer. It's my one special talent. But let me talk a little bit about, yeah, it's the last night of the Choose Wisely Festival and sale. So definitely you should check it out while the sale's still going. I've got the link in my pinned message in chat. Please check it out if you want to check out any of the games I've been playing on stream and more. There's like really good sales on even like some really big games there. Like you can get a pretty good deal for Slay the Princess, like other games like that. Lots of cool stuff there. Also, hello Ragnat, good to see you, welcome in. Yeah, I figured to end it off, we're going to do another mystery visual novel. This one is called Whispers of the Luminaries, and from what I understand, it's a mystery visual novel. Not sure if it's a murder mystery or not, which I think will be fun to find out. I know it involves idols, which I think is fun. Idols are always fun. I hope there's like cute outfits and good music, even if maybe the horrible mystery stuff is happening to these girls. Yeah, but I've been told that it's like very much inspired by games like Danganronpa, which is a game that I was very, very into for a very long time and still have a lot of fondness for, honestly. And also by Famicom Detective Club, which is a game that I have not played yet, but I know I really should as a fan of like, you know, interactive mystery games. I know that was like very, very much formative to the subgenre. So I think that's, you know, exciting. I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be really neat. I'm definitely looking forward to it, and I'm just curious to see what it's like. It's called Whispers of the Luminaries. Sorry, I'm not sure if that was the name of the game you were asking about or one of the other two, but yeah, inspired by Danganronpa and Famicom Detective Club, which is like, I believe, if I'm remembering right, it's like an old kind of interactive mystery game. I'm not sure if it ever got a official translation. Let me look it up. Okay, Famicom. Oh no, it did, but I think a remake only did recently. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. So it's an old like mystery series that was originally started in 1988. I think a remake of like the first game or two recently got released and translated, which was really exciting, and I should really play that eventually, because it clearly sounds like something that'd be up my alley. Also, hello, Kazukitsu. What's up tonight, man? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome in, welcome in. Good to see ya, good to see ya. Still coughing a little. The 2 detective games that was released for the 3rd game, yes, those ones. Really would love to check them out eventually. What's up? Just doing good, just chilling. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're having a chill night. Hope you're enjoying your time, Kazu. Yeah, I'm basically just chilling too. Just setting up stream, you know, trying to tell people about this game that I'm playing tonight. Looking forward to it. I'm hoping there's very cute girls. I think so. So I'm really hoping for that. So yeah, I guess why don't we switch on over? Why don't we switch on over? Let me turn on the game sound. 1 second here. Where did I put it? Oh fuck, where'd I put it? Oh shit, I was looking for game sound. Freya, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? Were you playing more, let me see here. Yeah, you're playing more Artonelico. Cool! I definitely want to get more into that series. I hope you had a fun stream. Thank you for raiding in. For anyone who doesn't know me, hello, my name's Aqua Sereni, and I'm a mermaid VTuber who traded her brain cells for legs. Here's the sound. Okay. Let me turn that down a little, that looks loud. You came just in time for a starting stream. We are starting up Whispers of the Luminaries. This is a mystery visual novel inspired by Danganronpa and Famicom Detective Club. I'm gonna get really good at saying Famicom by the end of this. I hope you had a great stream, Freya. Guys, you should definitely check her out. She has some excellent taste. Really good taste in games. I respect her so much for it. If you enjoy the kind of games that I tend to stream, you will probably like her streams as well. I can pretty much guarantee it from the things I see her streaming and playing. But yeah, if you need like a break after stream, if you need to step away and like, you know, get away from computer, get away from PC, you know, just get food, water, rest, feel free to. Don't feel obligated to stick around. I think I can give you another shout out now. But it's good to see you. I hope you've been having a great one. Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, let's take a good look here. Yeah, start menu, I guess. I'll double check the settings real quick because I mainly just went through. Usually I like text print a little bit faster. See how that goes. But yeah, I've not seen past this screen, so I'm excited to check it out. Obedient Production, welcome in. How you doing tonight? Hope you're having a good one. Very excellent timing. Ooh. This is also one thing that caught my attention about this game is that this art is really pretty. I'm assuming this is who we can play as. I want to be the girly. Let's be Miyako. I'm girly, so I want to be girly. Ever since we were little, we made a promise to stand on a grand stage. Oh, today that dream was shattered! Oh no! Okay, I gotta read a little faster with this one. I gotta read a little faster. Me? Sweet. Okay, that hides. Okay, there we go. Where are you? This isn't funny anymore. She took a step forward. Do you remember the promise we made? Don't tell me you forgot. May? May! Answer me! No response. Yuki swallowed. She was just here a moment ago. Where could she have gone? Think. Oh my gosh, Digitamer Riley! Welcome in! Thank you so much for the raid! For anyone who doesn't know me, hello! My name's Aqua Sereni. I'm a mermaid VTuber who traded her brain cells for legs. Welcome in, Riley! I hope you're having a great night! Oh my gosh, Megabonk! I haven't heard of that, but I hope it was fun. Oh my gosh. I'll explain tonight. I am playing a mystery visual novel called Whispers of the Luminaries as part of a festival going on Steam with a sale and a bunch of available demos for games with branching narratives and meaningful choices. The link to it is up on my, up in the pinned message of the Twitch chat. I hope you had a great stream, Riley. I would love to hear about it. I wrapped up chapter 2 of Deltarune in the place of Megabonk. I hope stream's going good. Yeah, it's going good so far. I had a little delay getting started because I really thought that I could, like, you know, scarf down all my dinner while I was on my starting scene screen. But, you know, we made it through in the end. We were here in the end. You're here right at the start of the game. It's, yeah, it's a murder well, I don't know if it's a murder mystery. It's a mystery visual novel inspired by Danganronpa and let's see, Famicom Detective Club, and I'm excited to be playing it. Megabonk is a roguelike. It's like a mix of Vampire Survivors and Risk of Rain 2. Oh, that sounds fun! I don't play a ton of roguelikes, but it's something I've been wanting to get way more into because every roguelike I have played, I've had a lot of fun with. So okay, I'm gonna have to remember Megabonk. I'll have to look that up later. Thank you for even unintentionally giving me a good suggestion. Of course, Riley, if you need to, like, take a rest after stream or, like, get some food or water or lie down, don't feel obligated to stick around, but if you want to hang out while I read a little visual novel to you, feel free. Gonna lurk for food and stuff, have fun. Thank you! I hope I can be some good background noise while you're eating. Okay. Her home was that way, so maybe... May, are you there? It was no use. I searched the entire area, but May was nowhere to be found. I feel so bad, but all I could hear in my head is Silver the Hedgehog. It's no use. Sorry, May. Like, someone probably just went missing, and all I can think about is Silver the Hedgehog. That's kind of fucked up of me. Oh, jump scare. Sirens pulsed through the night, getting louder as each minute passed. They were frantically searching for her, but little did they know the missing girl was lying right in front of me. There had to be dozens, perhaps hundreds of people outside. Police officers and civilians who joined the fray. Even a helicopter circling overhead. This was no ordinary search. It was an all-out, large-scale operation in the middle of the night. But as long as I didn't leave any trails behind, I should be safe. No matter how many of them there were. Are we in the head of the killer right now? Kind of the way they're talking makes me wonder that. I had planned for the worst-case scenario, although I didn't expect law enforcement to act this quickly. Oh hey, her hair's really cute, I like her accessories, she's really cute. Was May really that important? An idol trainee from an upcoming idol group that hadn't even debuted yet. Ooh. Regardless, I couldn't get complacent. The next steps were crucial. I had to make sure the plan was foolproof. For now, I'd lay low and think things through. There was just one problem. Concert was coming up soon, and prom's tomorrow. The concert. A lot still needed to be done before then. Would there be enough time? I looked at the calendar and counted the weeks remaining. May 20th. 7 weeks remaining. 7 weeks. That's a scary start. I think we just played as the killer there. I think we were just in the killer's brain for a second. That's crazy. Gaze out the window, hoping to catch a glimpse of Eiichi's car. It's already 10, but the boss hasn't arrived yet. Not a murder mystery if we're the killer. True. Although, I do think, like, games or puzzles where, like, you do have to play the killer and, like, clean up evidence are very interesting. It's interesting to see, like, just kind of like, okay, what would I think of and what do I end up overlooking? What is that old man up to? He's never this late. Did he sleep in or something? Or maybe he's having a 10-course meal for breakfast. Well, no use dwelling on it. Guess I'll have to wait. We aren't on a Phoenix Wright budget. Jesus. Thought that was like fucking sound redeemed for a second there. Sounded real. Huh? Someone's there? Eichi? I'm coming! Eichi's not the type to knock. He just barged straight in. This was probably a client, judging by the urgency of those knocks. Thought Kazu was here, right? Thought it was him again. Oh, you're not looking so good, Mrs. Ayano. Please help! My daughter is missing and police can't find her. What? Calm down. She's been missing since yesterday. We're running out of time. Please help. I heard my name. No, you fucking didn't. Go back to your little lurk hole. Yeah, the eye pig. She's not doing so good. I mean, I can understand, though. If her daughter's missing, she's probably really stressed. So the game was Frank's solid PFE. True, that is how Ace Attorney 1 opens. We do get, like, Frank Sawit's POV. Okay, I understand. Let's take a seat first, shall we? Prologue, Hopes and Dreams. Oh, this is just like Undertale. Inspired by Undertale. See, we have the piano? It's just like Undertale. I want to be the best. I want to help Mom and Dad. Mia Yano had always been a little girl with the biggest dreams. At just 5 years old, she was taught to play piano by her sister, Misa, a 19-year-old who recently graduated high school. That is a big age gap. Wow. My sister's like 7.5 years older than me, and I always think that's a big age gap, but this is even bigger than that. I can't imagine. This is middle C, Misa said in a warm voice. It's the heart and soul of the piano, so be sure to remember it. Middle C? Wow, what a cool name! May whispered as she places her thumb over the key. On the cold winter night, all they had were each other and a few blankets. The cold air seeped through the cracks in the walls. Yeah, 14-year age gap, that's a pretty big one. Their parents were out working overtime, and there was no heating or air conditioning. Oh! You learned that song in one sitting. Great work, May. Thank you. Keep working hard, and maybe one day, Mom and Dad won't have to work so late anymore, said Misa. Oh, no. I love piano, and I want to help Mom and Dad. Oh, we're seeing the trajectory, huh? We're seeing this very tragic backstory for this missing and possibly dead girl. Misa places her hand over her little sister's head. I shall teach you. Hunger and cold fueled May's motivations even further. Deep down, May wanted to help her parents earn money so they didn't have to work so hard anymore. She wanted a better life for everybody, and playing piano was her path to doing that. Oh no, she's a good girl. Oh no. Unfortunately, Misa took a job overseas, leaving May on her own. No one to guide her, and no one to perform for. But they said the most important thing to become successful in this industry is desperation, and May had plenty to spare. It wasn't long until she began elementary school, where she met Miyuki. This would be the spark that ignited her idol journey. Hazel! Hello! How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening. It's good to see you as always. We needed to act fast. A girl went missing last night on her way home from school. At worst, this could be a kidnapping. At best, she got herself into some sort of accident. Either way, the survival rates for a missing person can go downhill pretty quickly if we don't find them in time. Oh yes, I've heard about these stats. 24 hours, 85% chance of survival. 48 hours, 50% chance of survival. 72 hours, 10% chance of survival. There was no time to waste. Damn it, AG, you had to go MIA at the worst possible time. Looks like I'll have to handle this case without him. Maybe he got kidnapped too. Is she smiling when she thinks that? For now, let's gather as much intel as possible from May's mother before heading out. Miss Ayano, before I go out, I need to know. Was she anything unusual about her lately? Did you notice anything unusual from May leading up to her disappearance? Unusual? She was always the same. The only thing that felt unusual was the timing of everything. May disappeared only a few days after her concert debut announcement. It was announced a few days ago that her group will be performing next month on the 20th. Oh? Oh, concert debut's been added to the evidence list. You can open the evidence list in the top sidebar. Let's go. My favorite thing to have in a game. Give me that evidence list. Cool. Okay. Disappeared a few days after her concert debut was announced. The Luminaries are scheduled to perform on May 20th. Hey, Awesomer! The office is doing well. We have a case. Yako gives the vibe that she'll pull a Detective Conan. Oh, I could kind of see that. I could definitely kind of see that for her. Okay. Awesome. Always love getting an evidence menu. Okay. That only got announced a few days ago. About any recent disputes? And one more thing, oh. Are there any disputes with May and anyone at school or her personal life? Absolutely not. We would be right on top of it if we knew anything like that. What about any case of jealousy? None. She's in the case files. I want to look at those. Let's see. Ah! Oh, hey, okay. So there's our boss. Maybe you're our, sidekick? Okay. 0 out of 10. Well, obviously we don't know her, so... Anyone I can talk to for more information. Miyuki was with her last night when she disappeared. Her friends from the group might also know something. Miyuki Fujikawa. I want to see who that is. Victim of this case, no history of disputes or personal enemies. I mean, if she's debuting to be an idol, I feel like it's possible there's something going on we don't know about. Even just, jealousy, like other girls at school, You go to school with some girl who's about to become a famous star? Some girls might be mean about that, I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall, though. May's closest friend, the last person to have seen May before her disappearance. Okay. Thank you, that's all the info I need. I'll go out and start looking for May now. Let's handle the paperwork after, okay? Thank you! Please bring her back safely! This poor overworked and overstressed mom. I poured myself a cup of coffee before heading out. I'll stay awake, need that caffeine. We had access to valuable information thanks to AG's connections in law enforcement. Nothing can match the intel gathering speed of the police. I entered and see a familiar face. Morning, Tatsuya. Officer Tatsuya looks up from his cluttered desk, showing a hint of surprise. Miyako, long time no see. What brings you here today? Working on a new case? Yeah, the case of May Ayano, who went missing yesterday. You have any reports from last night's investigation? Urgent case, huh? Please come with me. Officer Tatsuya scrolled through the report on his screen, his brow furrowed. So last night at 9 p.m. Victim, May Ayano, had just finished her idol training at Yokohama Arts. Oh, okay. Maybe less of a risk if you're going to a school full of people in the performing arts. After practice, instead of going straight home, she went to the nearby river with her friend, Miyuki. The river's just a short walk from the school, no more than 5 minutes. And so close to the school, it was where the group usually hung out after practice. Okay, there's Miyuki. I like that we've got blue and pink girlies. Hair feels so cool today. I wish we could go out here to practice more often. It's the perfect temperature, actually. Not too cold, not too warm. By the way, our stage costumes have arrived. Did you see them? Oh, did they? How exciting! They shared some images on Trend Talk. Looks beautiful. May takes out her phone to check. Oh wow, it is beautiful! They even added wings on it! Ooh, idol dresses with wings are always so pretty. Elegant, right? Cuter than I imagined. I can't wait to try it! After an hour, the girls parted ways and went home. However, May never made it home. It was 10:53 p.m. when her parents filed a missing persons report. Sent a few of our guys over immediately. They arrived at 11:21 p.m., but she was nowhere to be found. That was when we sent out a larger search party. Over 100 people joined the search, but they found nothing. Not even a single witness. Well, to be fair, we don't know who died yet, but we know that the girl with the pink eyes and the pink ribbons in her hair has gone missing. We looked around, everywhere on her route home, even had to chop her up. She was nowhere to be found. It's like she disappeared into thin air. Yeah, we're just at the start of our investigation. I felt a cold feeling in my stomach. Can we rule out a runaway or an accident? Probably. I'd bet if it were an accident, the search team would have located her by now. And that leaves... Tatsuya's gaze was grim as he nodded, flipping through the pages. However, there's been no ransom call, no signs of struggle, no... nothing. Huh. It's quite unusual for a search party to turn up so little. Tell me about it. She can teleport, it's genius! They'll never figure it out. Tatsuya sighed, leaning back in his chair. Plenty of people are working on the case. Something's gotta give soon. Guess I've got some digging to do then. Most certainly do. Good luck. Alright, I'll do my best. Something tells me this case will be more trouble than we hoped for. Who's calling? A text message. I glanced down at my phone. Speak of the devil, it was Eiji. Hey, Miyako, can't show up today. At the hospital right now. Looks like I'll be getting cut open, so I'll be off the grid for a while. Don't worry about me, just take care of the office whilst I'm gone. If I don't wake up, it's all yours. I don't know why I gave him that voice. I panicked. I felt a chill down my spine. He's hospitalized? That's not good. I can't say it came as a surprise considering his drinking habits. Stay strong, Eiji. Sound effects are so real, right? They're very real. I'll visit you later. For now, I have a job to do. It works, keep the voice? Okay, I will. I'll keep being from Brooklyn. That's at least what I'm trying to do. I don't know if it actually sounds like a Brooklyn accent. I arrived at Yokohama Arts. The place was eerily quiet. Notices were plastered all over the place, pleading anyone to come forward with information. The whole place was permeated with concern and unease. I then saw some police officers on duty, even a few faces I recognized. A stern voice from behind interrupts my thoughts. Excuse me, who are you? I turn around to see a tall, overbearing man in his 50s. A gold nameplate on his lapel reads Principal Ito. I've never been to Brooklyn, so I can't confirm or deny the accent. Fair enough. Honestly, I'm just kind of going for Joey from Yu-Gi-Oh! Leon's age! Yeah, God, it sure is now, huh? Sure is now. He's undergoing twink death. That's crazy. I'm Detective Miyako, here to assist the investigation. You're a detective? No one told me this. I'm sorry, it was last minute. Yeah, he's undergoing twink death! He's aging! Alright, come with me and we'll get you sorted out. This is so sad, right? This is why twinks are technically an endangered species, and we need to work hard to protect the ones we still have in our environment. They're an important part of the ecosystem. They help pollinate the flowers, which in turn helps, create food and, growth and, vegetation for all species on Earth. You're so right, and you should say it. Thank you, I will. This has been my PSA. I was amazed Leon didn't age sooner. True, I guess, I know he's been on a lot of Resident Evil games, but I know that, at least for the last couple, which have been further in the timeline, he hasn't been in there. You sure about that? I'm very sure. I went to university, so I know about this. I went to university. After some thorough checks, I was permitted to investigate the school. Things are that important in nature, they are. I promise you they are. They're extremely important to the ecosystem. Both the flora and the fauna. Principal Ito directed me to the idol manager, Mr. Kazuhiko Tanaka, who was in charge of the Luminaries. He would provide me with the information I needed, although his class might be busy. You're a detective, huh? I wouldn't have guessed it. You're quite young. As Principal Ito mentioned, I'm Kazuhiko Tanaka, the head of music. What can I do for you? Are you free to answer a few questions about Mei's disappearance? Actually, we're in the middle of something important. Can't you get the information from the police who've just spoken to us? This isn't an investigation, sir. One of your students is missing. I'm a private detective. I'm here to approach things from a different angle. Tell us every single one of your husbands who's a twink? That's scary. That's a lot. I usually go twinks or twunks. I've been more twunk leaning lately, but let's get real, they're not getting into the hunk or bear stages. See, given the importance of this case, I'll make an exception. Thank you. Let me jump straight to it. Firstly, I'd like to ask about... Ooh. Why? Oh, okay, double click to select. Isn't every boy featured on your Discord a twink? No! A lot of them have muscles! Emiya from D&D is at least a twunk. He has got muscles. I've got proof. I got proof. Got proof. Give me a second. Where'd I save it? Where'd I save it? I need to organize my files better, you guys. Where did I put this one file? Oh my god. There it is. Whoa, it was not supposed to be this big. Okay. Look, there's muscles here. You can see the arms. I'll make them bigger. Those are muscles. Those are muscles. A twink doesn't have those. Twink does not have those. Thank you. I'm sorry, Mana, I misread your message, but thank you for being on my side. I appreciate you. No, that's not how skinny guys' arms look. That's not how a skinny guy's arms look. Basically an excuse. Listen, if it sometimes I just want to show off a commission that I really like. Until he reaches his father's height and body type, well, we will see. He might also have the late stage growth spurt, Dude, the fact that, Shiro is supposed to be, 17 or, I think actually 18, and then somehow he still has the Archer growth spurt is insane to me. What the fuck? How did that happen? I feel like they didn't think about that. Oh, well, I was looking for a chance to show him off. Listen. Oh, what's the point of having, you know, a trophy husband if you can't show him off? Let me ask about the victim. Yeah, it just happens, I guess. You know, a growing boy. Thank you, Kazu. That is me. But, you know, I think twunks are good. You know, a little bit of muscle's nice, but I don't want to be, like, overwhelmed with it. If they're too, like, big and muscled, it gets a little scary. Trophy husband? Yeah. Am I Ron? Tell me I'm Ron. To my face. I've already asked her parents this, but I'll ask you again just in case. Do you know if May had any enemies or grudges? No. Who would have a grudge against such a sweet girl? Tell me. She's one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. She's the type of person that goes out of her way to help others and bring joy. I'll be shocked if this was because of a grudge. And if not grudges, then what about a relationship? Was she in any? As far as I'm concerned, no. There is one caveat, though. We do tell idols to keep their dating life a secret. Other agencies forbid it entirely. Perhaps she's hiding it? Yeah, this guy does feel a little sus. You know, he's, you know, adult man in position of power. He's easy access, easy motive, easy, you know, knowledge of her schedule or things about her. Are you talking about Emiya? Oh, we're talking about Emiya. I hope that clears it up. Idols can't be allowed to be seen in public with their partner, right? Precisely, although most people won't care, they'll lose their hardcore fan base if they do. Alright. How about Miyuki, her friend? Where's Miyuki? I'd like to ask her some questions. Miyuki's doing a test right now. It's best you come back later. I see. Fortunate timing. How about the concert? As I've been told, the concert date is approaching. It's going to happen if May doesn't return. Things are still up in the air. Let's hope it doesn't get to that. To answer your question, this event might get cancelled or we might get a replacement. I don't call the shots, though. That's up to the CEO. Seiichi once said, words can lie, but the body never does. Especially under pressure. He carefully eyed his facial expressions and body language. Yesterday at 10 p.m. Where were you? Are you suspecting me? Just trying to rule you out. I don't appreciate being a suspect, but I went straight home after teaching. My wife can attest to that. Nothing in his body language showed signs of guilt or dishonesty. Either he's telling the truth, or this man's good at lying. To know you're innocent. Any hidden intentions? Can anyone stand to gain anything from May's disappearance? No, it's not like May had any money or fame. Who would stand to gain anything? He is trying to think carefully. Any crazy fans or stalkers? Maybe competitors that will benefit from the group failing? Now that you mention it, there might be something. A group called Parade. They're performing on the same weekend as us. Do. I like that little jingle. That was pretty great. I know we're performing on the same weekend as the Luminaries. Parade. Not into idol culture, are you? They're a popular up-and-coming idol band. I should mention they've been known to use some underhanded tactics as well. Evil idols. Underhanded tactics. Yeah, they've been known to use their connections to control the media. Sometimes they'll spread false rumors about idols to sabotage a competitor. Don't ask me how I... So you're suggesting Parade might have had something to do with May's disappearance? Eva dolls! Absolutely not. Even though they may be a corrupt company, it's still a stretch to jump to that conclusion. Do feel free to look into them. Especially CEO of Parade, Hiroshi Yamada. You'll see what I mean. Hiroshi Yamada. and highly evolved in many underhanded tactics, including sabotaging competitors and controlling the media. Oh, lead obtained. Leads are special clues which you can investigate further by visiting the office during your free time. Pursuing leads is crucial to your investigation. Okay. So that's basically, like, something we need to go back and research before we can, like, go do more with it. Thanks for your help. I'll be in touch if I need anything else. Of course, Detective Koike. I hope Mei is found soon. It looks like I got everything I need from here. Next steps are to talk to her classmates and find out more about Hiroshi. Could make an Emiya idol group? I'd love that. I'd buy all their merch. As soon as I stepped outside, I was stopped in my tracks by one of the students. It seemed she wanted to say something, but instead handed me a note. Before I could even read it, she rushed back inside. So she's Miyuki. Good. Why the late meeting time? No problem, I can tackle another lead in the meantime. Ooh. Got a little meeting. For now, I'll try investigating Hiroshi Yamada, the CEO of... Detective! We found something! An officer yells from the other side of the hallway. Huh? What is it? Come and see! What is it? A group of officers gathered around what looks like a notebook. Their expressions were a mix of surprise and grim. Whatever they'd found wasn't good. The officer took a few torn pages from the notebook and showed them to me. We found these hidden inside one of her textbooks. It seems like she was trying to keep them a secret. Ooh! There were 3 pages in total. Each of them had about a line on them. Death threat. Note 1, I'm going to end you. Note 2, soon you'll pay the price of fame. Note 3, your songs may fill the air, but soon they'll come back to haunt you. Uh-oh! Death threats has been added to the case files. My eyes were fixated on the notes as I tried to decipher what they meant. Someone wanted her dead. Who could it be? I looked up at the officer who gave me the note. It could have just been from some crazy fans. You know how it is these days on the Twitter. I keep these hidden though. I'd have just discarded them if it was just a crazy fan. Good point. Something doesn't add up. Maybe the forensics will be able to analyze that. Good idea. There might be fingerprints. Please let me know if anything comes up. For now, I'm going to continue my investigation. Will do. I hope you find something soon. Normally, this would be my lunch break, but with such a time-sensitive case, I couldn't afford to waste valuable time. With some hours before our appointment with Miyuki, I headed back to Hoshiko Agency to continue my research. I like this music. Very jazzy. It's very... makes me feel like I'm a hard-boiled detective. I like that. I think that's fun. I'm liking this OST. During free time events, you can choose where to spend your time. By visiting Hoshiko Agency, you can further research the case by investigating your collected leads. I preferred half-boiled. I like them over easy. Only one lead can be investigated per free time event, although that can change with higher intelligence levels. Whoa, do we have stats? Select the lead to investigate. Ah, okay. Let's investigate you, Mr. Yamada. I decided to look into Hiroshi Yamada and Parade, a lead that the police aren't investigating. I leaned back on my chair as I pulled up articles, blogs, and discussion threads about Parade and their CEO. A few rumors were circulated online suggesting that before establishing Parade HQ, Hiroshi had been involved with an underground group tied to crime and illegal business deals. All Yakuza! Several lawsuits were filed against Parade HQ, and the 2 allegations stood out. 1, unfair contract practices, and 2, embezzled funds. However, both cases were dismissed due to lack of evidence. Hiroshi had a spotless clean record. I decided to look elsewhere. After searching for a while, I found an old newspaper clipping that caught my eye. It was about a young idol, Haruka, who was a former member of Parade. She had been one of Parade's most promising stars, but she suddenly disappeared and retired before her concert. The official statement cited mental health concerns. Aw, poor girl. Whatever was going on, Hiroshi's record was spotless despite several accusations against him. Ain't a surprise he's got people gunning for him. He's got the money to cover it up. But there remained a lot of questions to be answered. I closed my eyes. It's enough research for today. Intellect increased. Sanity decreased. Okay, we do have stats. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Before heading out, I made a call to Parade HQ and tried booking an appointment with Hiroshi. The clerk picked up on the other end, but he told me Hiroshi is out for business and didn't mention when he'd be back. Oh, ain't that the way? I told them the case was urgent and for them to call me back as soon as Hiroshi returns. Shaking my head, shaking my head. The girl is missing! He arrived back at Yokohama Arts. It didn't take me long to find Miyuki standing alone by the school gates. I scanned the place, but it seemed everyone else had already left. Sorry to keep you waiting, Miyuki. Ah, there you are. I'm glad you came on time. You normally stay back this late? No, not normally, but we've been busy rehearsing for the upcoming concert. I see. Busy schedule, huh? You want to find a better place to talk first? Sure, let's go somewhere livelier. We headed down the road and stopped on the sidewalk of Chintami Upper City. Despite her calm demeanor, I noticed her breathing patterns looked rapid and shallow. Something was on her mind. Something on your mind? You wouldn't call a detective out here just for fun, would you? Maybe I would. Who knows? What is it you want to talk about? There's two things. First, I noticed something unusual about May's behavior, and then there's this note I found in her bedroom. Ooh. Also, guys, you know what I'm realizing I forgot to do in between the other stuff going on? I want a link to Whispers of the Luminaries on Steam so that you guys can check it out yourself or grab the demo if you want to. There you go, there you go. That should, if anybody's feeling interested and wants to download it for themselves, there's a link for ya. Over the past week, May has been acting strangely. She'd always been looking over her shoulder and avoiding quiet places. Looking back, she must have been fearful of something. I wonder if she knew something was going to happen. May was acting paranoid. Perhaps this could be due to... probably due to the death threats, I'd guess. We found May was receiving death threats from an unknown source. Do you have any idea who would have sent her them? Death threats? Who would send her that? You were close to her? Did you know anyone who might have had a grudge against her? I see her every day, and I've never even seen anyone who remotely dislikes her. May was the sweetest person you'll ever meet. That's why this is all so shocking. Was she involved in any relationships? Not at all. What if she was hiding it? Mr. Tanaka told me idols had to keep their dating life a secret. They have to keep it a secret from him and other people, but not me. I'm her friend and I'd know everything. Besides, she's too busy to even meet new people. About the note. I found a note in May's bedroom. It was inside one of her books, and the police might have overlooked it. Yuki holds out a page with a code on it. IEN SK-MUS 5005. I have no clue what it means, though. Maybe you can figure it out? IEN SK-MUS 5005. Don't know what that could be. In a way, it almost reminds me of, like, a book, like a library book's code, but I'm not entirely sure. What is this? Some secret code? It could be 1,000 possibilities, but there's no way to pinpoint exactly what it could be. Did May write this? It certainly looks like her handwriting. Okay. The IDOL program. What's the IDOL program that your school has? I've never heard of one. It's called the Talent Cultivation Program. Kirameki Entertainment recently introduced it to our school. We're the best art school in the country, and they wanted to find and nurture talent there. Kirameki Entertainment. Let's ask more about them. They're our agency. They're responsible for funding our whole program, including our salary. You're getting a salary? I'd surely hope so if they're working as idols. That's a big, big job. That's really tiring. Only a small one, but they pay for everything. Weekly allowance, training sessions, makeup, stylists, clothes, food, water. Huh, I didn't know trainees got paid. I mean, I guess, if you're at the point where you have a confirmed debut, you probably are, I guess. Sounds pretty cool, right? There's a catch, though. If we debut and become popular, we'll have to pay everything back to them. That sounds more like a loan. Oof. You can think of it that way, but I think of it more like an investment. If we fail, they lose the money, but if we succeed, we split the profit. So who exactly are investing in this? Who are the owners? I'm not sure how much I can say. Will you keep everything a secret? Everything will be kept confidential. Okay. Yumi Nakamura is the CEO. She's the one who gave us our contracts and pays us. She's the main investor in the company. Then there's Jin Inoue, who's an ex-idol. Not exactly sure what his role is. He's just some guy, he's just there. Lastly is Mr. Tanaka, our teacher. His primary role is as a producer. I guess that makes sense, like, it connects him to Kirameki Entertainment, but I'm like, yeah, if you want to have, like, someone specifically teaching the up-and-coming idol girls, you would put a producer in that role. Didn't know he was part of it too, but that makes sense. Yeah. Alright, lead obtained. Okay. Night of disappearance. Yuki, can you please walk me through what happened last night when you were with May at the river? That night... Yuki's voice wavered as she began. Her normally calm and collected demeanor had partially dissolved. I kept replaying it over and over in my mind, and each time it just doesn't make sense. She bit her lower lip. I should have seen that something was wrong. He was my friend. How did I miss such obvious signs? In the hindsight, it's obvious, but you couldn't have known what was about to happen. You can't blame yourself. As the group leader, it was my responsibility to look after everyone, to make sure they were okay. I was so caught up in rehearsals and the debut, I didn't notice. I should have seen that she was struggling. Did anything strange happen that night? Yuki nods. When we were talking about our idol costumes, she took out her phone. That's when I noticed the money in her bag. Oh? There was at least 50,000 yen in there, or about $300. Huh? It may not seem like much, but that's a lot for her. I have no idea why she was carrying it, though. We talked for a while more before going home. You know the rest. Thank you for sharing the story. Just have one question. May seems like the type to help people. Say a stranger comes up to her and asks her for help, would she do it? May was kind, but she wasn't gullible. There's a 0% chance she would have gone with a stranger in the middle of the night, especially without calling her parents. Welcome back, Super Twin! Hope you had a good little step away. Hope you're doing well. Then if it wasn't a stranger, could it be someone close to her? Someone close to her? Who? You know her better than anyone else. Is there anyone else she trusted that she might have went with? What about her sister? Apart from her family, there's only us, her friends, whom she trusts. I don't think there's anyone else. And how did she disappear without a trace? Just keep an eye out for anything unusual, okay? That's all the questions I have for you. Wait a minute. Can I also ask you something? Sure, go ahead. I can't shake the feeling that something horrible's happened to May. Can you please be honest with me? What do you think happened? What are the chances that we'll ever be able to see her again? Should I tell her the truth about the survival statistics of a missing person? Oh, God. It seems like she's already blaming herself. I don't want to lie to her, though. This is a tough choice, actually. What do I feel like's the right thing to do here? You know what? Yeah, blunt truth or sweet lie. You know what? She's a teenager with the internet. She could look this up for herself. I think it's better we give her a chance to kind of talk to somebody about it. That's at least my thought process. The longer the case goes on, the less likely May is still alive. In the first 24 hours, there's an 85% chance of survival. After 48 hours, it's 50%. Then after 72 hours, it drops to 10%. I see. Thanks for the honesty. Oh! Got a little something. What was that? At the end of the day, those are just numbers and every case is different. All we can do is hold our hopes high. Did you find anything out yet? Any leads? Any suspects? Slow down, Miyuki. We're still gathering evidence. It's too early to conclude anything. Sorry. Anyways, thanks for going out of your way to do this. I know you're in a tough spot, but don't give up hope, okay? Thank you. I'll remain positive for her. If you remember anything, just give us a call. Have a good night. Same to you. Miyuki leaves. Aw, Miyuki. It's time to call it a day here. Just realized I haven't eaten today. Health decreased. Guess I'll pay Starlight Sip a visit. Aw, shit, my stats. My stats. Ooh, this is more fun music. Yeah, do auto mode, evidence, save. Stats. Okay. So we're actually not looking too terrible around the board. Whoops. 0 out of 10. Maybe we raised our trust with her from telling the truth? I wonder if that's what that is. Okay. The type to go off with strangers would tell her parents where she was going. Okay. Just double checking this information to make sure I know what's going on. Okay. Gotta keep myself fresh. So who did I miss? We've been looking into May's disappearance. We talked to her teacher. We found out that, yeah, she was part of a special program that was being sponsored by an entertainment company through her school to be debuted as idols. We talked a bit to her friend Miyuki, who is also one of the idols in the group and is even the leader of the group. We got a note from May that has a strange code on it that we don't understand yet. Yeah, and now we're heading to Starlight Sip, because we didn't eat all day. Yuki doesn't appear to be around, probably upstairs. I took a seat at my usual spot near the window, gazing at the city lights. It was the perfect atmosphere to reflect on the case. Well, if it isn't my favorite trouble magnet. Oh, you're not our assistant, you're our bartender. Good timing, Yuki. I have some questions for you. Ooh, are you an informant? Ooh, you got yourself a new case? What's the scoop this time? You don't need me to tell you. It's all over the news. Huh? You know I don't watch the news. Are you an informant? It's nothing but brainwash. Fair point. Okay. This is so hard-boiled. I love it. I'm very happy I chose to play as the girly detective because I feel like it adds like a good energy to the scenes. I like it. I just feel like it kind of is fun the way it kind of changes the context when it's a girly doing all the hard-boiled stuff, you know? Yeah, he fucking hates Fox News. Well, the gist of it is, a girl went missing on her way home yesterday. They sent out a large search party, but found nothing. Missing person? That's quite serious. I pulled out my phone and showed Yuki her picture. You get a lot of customers here. Maybe you've seen her before. Let's see. Know her? Yes, that's May! She's the one missing! How in the world do you know her? She comes here with a group of friends. Not often, but we have spoken. She seems like a nice girl who's very passionate about her music. She jokingly said that when she becomes famous, she'll buy our most expensive drink. Last time she came here was a few weeks ago, but she wasn't with her usual friends. Oh, tell me more. Instead, she was with some guy I didn't recognize. They reserved a VIP room upstairs. Hello? Ew. She's 16. Leave her alone. Wait, some guy? Yuki, do you know who this guy was? Unfortunately, no. We didn't check his ID. Then what about surveillance footage? You got that? Yeah, luckily. Even the VIP rooms are monitored. Well, I don't remember the date they came in, so it's going to be a hassle finding that moment. Can you please find it? It's important. This is so important. Well, if it's important, then how can I refuse? I'll find it tonight, okay? Thanks, Yuki, you legend. Let's not celebrate too early yet. We don't know if this is the guy responsible for her disappearance. True, or whether she's even alive. I mean, it's a good lead. It's a good way to find out more about her. We can only cross our fingers. Oh, is this from Yuki's perspective? And hey, Snob! Welcome in, it's good to see you. Oh my gosh, whoa! Snob with the biddies! Thank you, Snob, I appreciate it! Oh my god, the hearts, that's so kind of you. You're so kind, Snob, always, always. I hope you're having a great night. You're here just for us we're investigating the disappearance of a missing idol. Well, about to debut idol. Oh my gosh, Kazu, thank you too for the bits. Oh my gosh, 20, thank you guys so much. That's so generous of you guys. What the heck? Aqua, I'm sending you something? Oh, okay, okay. Let's see what this is. Also fucking Kazu, I know you did that. I don't have to look at chat, I know you did that. I'm saving this and I'm putting this up on stream. What Mana just drew for me. Holy shit. This is really good. Holy shit. This is crazy. This is crazy. Just the I said twice. Mana, the way you draw expressions kills me. This is so good. I love this. Please, please, please post this somewhere later so I can keep showing people it. This is so funny. This is so good. That's us. That's me and the bestie. Yay, please do! It's so funny. I love this so much. Thank you, Mana. I love this. Listen, Mana's such a good artist. The bunny craves bullying. It's that evil in her that she's had since the Sonic stream started. Yeah, I gotta defend my man. I gotta defend my man, you know? Mana, during my Sonic streams, you were evil. You were evil during those streams, remember? But yeah, Mana's an excellent artist. I love her stuff, which is a reminder that you guys should check out Mana if you have not already. You should follow her on Twitch and Discord and Twitter and Blue Sky and anywhere else she is. Her art's definitely worth seeing and keeping up with. Thank you again, Mana. That was so great. I loved it. That was so good. The city's never felt more cold. Miyuki stood there helplessly as the world moved on, everyone indifferent to Mei's disappearance. She couldn't bear the thought of her friend never returning. She wanted to cut out all negative thoughts, but she knew it was a very real possibility. So, what you're telling me, in order to remain a maiden of pure heart, you passed on your evil to Mana? I see. No, being a pure maiden doesn't have anything to do with whether or not you're evil. You can be evil, but also be a pure maiden. Trust me. Kaze, thank you for the alert. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Everything I've worked on for the past 10 years, all our time spent together, would be meaningless if Mei doesn't return. Oh. There's no fucking way I'll let that happen. She swore under her breath. Whoa! Yuki's got some bite to her. She couldn't afford to lose Mei. She had to find her, at any cost. Everything she did seemed futile. The only people who could make a difference were the police and detectives. Yuki walked aimlessly, her thoughts scattered across the city lights. She began humming the tune of her harmony hearts in her head. Darkest nights breathed the brightest stars. Their songs always gave her a feeling of hope. Even though everything seemed futile, she knew that it was an unhealthy way of thinking. I should be focusing on ways I can help her. What should I do? Go around asking strangers? Putting up flyers? Any effort should help, right? No. If the police can't obtain any information, I certainly won't be able to. I can't take the brute force approach. I need to think of a smarter plan. Why was Mei acting paranoid? Was it really from the death threats? And most importantly, why didn't she tell me? Oh. Suddenly a thought came to mind. I may not be the most influential figure, but there was one group that helped me out before. A group that had millions of fans. Harmony Hearts. If I ask them, maybe we can rally the public to aid our search, and if we're lucky... Before she could finish her thought, she started feeling lightheaded. The world around her felt unsteady. Oh, Mana may be evil, but even I can reach her pure heart. Watch holds up Marchfields of Mystria. True, that'll get her. That'll get her for sure. Even the stimulants were wearing off. Oh! It was her body telling her it was time to rest. Girlie, are you on stimulants? Those aren't good for you. I know you're an idol and they work very demanding, like, hours and, you know, tasks, but that's not good for you. Concerns. I have many concerns. I am filled with concerns. No, she's stimming. This was where she used to go to feed the fish. That's me. She loved going here so much. I never fully understood why, but apparently it was a way to take her mind off training. Idol culture does not play around, I know, but it's like, oh my god, no, they're just teenagers. Now I get it. I threw some food into the water, and fish immediately swarmed around. A strange mix of feelings bottled up inside of me. Feelings of peace, nostalgia, calmness mixed with the jarring ice-cold water. Get fed? Yum 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 yum. Tasty. Tasty fish food. Aqua with her husband does. True, I eat them right up. It was enough to keep you on edge, but also felt reassuring in some way. Almost like putting ice on a wound to numb the pain. This wouldn't be a bad place to dump a body. Thought suddenly crept into my mind. Whoa! That's true, that's always been my go-to. If I ever murder someone, I cut up the body, and I go fishing and I let the fish eat. That's the plan, you guys. If it ever happens. I don't think it will. Please put that on legal record. Thank you for the stretch, Rakenack. A deserted place at night. If I kill her now and toss her corpse into the water, very likely no one will notice it until morning, after her body has submerged overnight. It'd feel almost too easy, but no. This place was too sacred for that. Listen, guys, listen, this is a little secret between me and you right now, okay? A little secret. I took a deep breath and let the thought pass as I threw the last remaining pieces of food into the water. Yum, 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 yum. Me. Wonder who that was. It's not clear. April 4th. It's my little brother's birthday. Happy birthday. I decided to visit Yokohama Arts. My goal was simple. Figure out who May was seen with. Hopefully someone here will know. Yeah, happy birthday! It looks like classes haven't started yet. I strolled right in, ignoring the fact that I stood out like a sore thumb. Over by the benches, I saw Miyuki talking with her friend. Oh, look at this! She's cute! Akane Asagiri. You reached out to them? That's right. I've been following them since they were still up and coming. We've briefly talked, but I still didn't expect them to repost our message. Hello, sorry to interrupt. Mind if I have a few minutes? Who are you? Oh, she's the detective I was talking about earlier. I see. Detective Miyako Koike. Nice to meet you. I'm Akane Asagiri, bassist of Luminaries. What is it that you need? Oh, they are like a real band, not just like, you know, idols. Like, idols still is a lot of work, but it's always impressive when they, like, actually do play instruments and stuff, too. I always do like band idols. Dori. Akane, you mind staying for a few questions? I don't mind, but we have classes in 5 minutes. No problem, this shouldn't take long. I wanted to ask if you happen to know if May had any male acquaintances. In particular, someone she'd hang out with outside of school. So who plays the bass and who plays the triangle? My guess is, since we know Akane is on bass, Yuki must play the triangle. Outside of school? We looked at each other, puzzled. Haven't heard of anybody. Me neither. What about family or relatives? I haven't met them if they exist. Although I'm positive May would tell us about it. She always told us stories about her personal life. Yeah, she'd give me an earful about her stories after school. Even mundane things like what she had for breakfast or how long she studied. There's no way she'd have left that out. I don't know, maybe May was really good at keeping secrets. Right, so you're saying if she hangs out with someone, she'd tell you about it. Yeah, most definitely. So who was the person Yuki saw? Did he confuse someone else for May? Couldn't be. As mundane as it was, I do kind of miss May's yapping. Buzz. I received a call from Yuki. Could he have some news? Excuse me for a moment. Hey, what's up? Heyo, I got some great news. The footage is ready. Want me to send it over? Yes. Awesome. Can you send it to my phone? Of course, just one moment. There, you should have it now. I spent all night looking for that, so I hope it helps. You're the best, thanks. My pleasure, take care. Couldn't have asked for better timing. Let's confirm if it was indeed May in the footage. A low-res grayscale surveillance video started playing. I had to bring the phone closer to my eyes to see the details. Huh? The tape clearly showed May with her signature hairstyle and flower, but sitting across from her was a man. Oh, okay. He looked older than May, perhaps in his early or mid-20s. Most importantly, they looked kind of close. Pepper spraying this man. Just who was he? I'm making a lot of assumptions, but His assumptions require pepper spraying this man. Shit, I lost track of time. I'd better hurry and get back to Miyuki and Akane before they go. Hey, sorry for the interruption. Before you go, can I ask one final question? Sure, go ahead. We have some surveillance footage. I want you to have a look and see if you can identify this man. I showed them the footage. Huh? Is that Takashi Sato? Oh, is he like a celebrity? On earth, why is my phone? Masahiko's phone was vibrating furiously as if it were about to explode. There were thousands of notifications, but from where? For some reason, the Luminaries account just skyrocketed in popularity overnight. He quickly called management to find out why. What's happening? Are you seeing these numbers? Yeah, it seems like Harmony Hearts reposted our message and the news went viral overnight. Harmony Hearts? More witnesses have come forward and we've even had some private investigators contact us to help out. The public is now rallying behind us to find May. That's excellent news. Let's hope she's found soon. Dane, doing numbers. You know how you get your band to go up in to skyrocket in popularity? One of the members has gotta go missing. Oh, and let's prepare for the worst case scenario. You know, just in case. This was the guy, a VTuber I follow with Simbi before he said he was married. Oh man, you could still samp. Just self-insert as his wife, you know? Prepare. How? I say, have a replacement ready. Or prepare a recording with her part. I trust you to find a solution. You serious? You not see these numbers? We shouldn't allow our emotions to get in the way of business. Canceling the show won't change May's fate. If it's not the same though, I think you could still do it. You just gotta self-insert as the love interest. But thank you for the thirsty redeem, awesomer. Let me have a little bit more of my tea. Okay. You're not wrong, but we need to tread carefully. The public might perceive us as heartless for continuing the show. It's simple. Oh, and thank you for La Creatura! He's here to help me solve the mystery. He's very smart, so I think he'll be very helpful. He wants to meet an idol? Oh, okay, I'll make sure that he does. I think La Creatura deserves that for everything that he goes through in his life. My sweet, sweet baby boy, who I love more than anything else in the world. Alright. It's simple. We organize a charity event, raise some funds for May's family, and add to the search efforts. A large percentage of sales will go to finding May. We'll look like the good guys. I see. We might take a hit on the first show, but if all goes well, we stand to gain a significant profit on the later ones. What does he go through? Oh, you know. Horrors. It just be like that. It just be like that. You seem to have it figured out. Alright, I'll figure something out on my end, but I hope we don't have to go there. Right, the Kirameki Entertainment, slimy as hell. I agree, it's too soon to assume the worst. Takashi Sato? Who's that? We need to find him right away. Wait, hold on. We don't even know if he's responsible yet. You're not familiar with the industry, are you? Takashi Sato is an idol from the group called Parade. Oh! It's a boys group? Okay. Parade. The one Mr. Tanaka was talking about earlier. Also, I really do love the sound effects, like the little dramatic stings and stuff. They're so good. I'm all about those. They really add to this in like such a good way. Yeah, that was the shady guy who May was at the bar / maybe restaurant with. Let me check my files. Starlight Sip. Okay, it is a bar. Okay, so May came here with, May came here with that guy in the video, Takashi Sato, who is a member of the rival idol group. Yeah, the sound effects really add to, like, the revelations. It's so good. It makes it extra fun. Like, it's a very good kind of cheesy, you know what I mean? This is the kind of stuff that I kind of love in this sort of game or, like, adventure. Mysteries are so fun. Parade, the one Mr. Tanaka was talking about earlier. What the hell is May doing with someone from Parade? This is definitely something worth looking into. Yeah, that was just like a one-time coincidence meeting. K-pop Demon Hunters situation, that'd be crazy. That was a good movie, I really enjoyed it. What kind of group is Parade? Are they a boys group? No, they're a co-ed group, one of the few successful ones. Oh yeah, that's not common. Like, it's not unheard of, but it's not super common. They only started getting famous in the past few years. I believe Takashi is the leader of the group. Any idea where I can find him? Kane shakes her head. They've likely got personal security with them. It'd be hard to reach them. May did it. And she got to hang out with, like, the leader, like, probably the center of the group. That's a big deal. I'll see if I can call them again to book a meeting or something. I'm going to look for him. Thanks for your help. Be careful. If May was involved with Takashi, it could be more complicated than we think. I hope you can find her safe and sound. Her Alpha game was on point. In the end, I decided it would be better to meet them in person, as there were important questions that needed to be asked. Locating Parade HQ wasn't difficult, however, the trip there was quite time-consuming. The place was very well maintained, and there was not even a speck of dust on the wall or floor. Behind the desk were 2 monitors, but only one person was there. The clerk looked to be in his mid-30s. I walked up and introduced myself. Good afternoon. Hello, may I help you with something? I'm a detective from Hoshiko Agency. We're looking to speak to Takashi Sato. Is he available? A detective? What did Takashi do? He's not in trouble or anything. I just have a few questions. I don't know. Suspicious they hear a detective wants to talk to him and they go like, oh man, what's he done this time? Maybe I'm just looking for any reason to be suspicious. I'm a hard-boiled detective. Oh, I see. Well, unfortunately, he's not around. He's not. What if I just try the surveillance footage? So, the reason I'm asking for Takashi is because he's involved in another case. You heard about the Mei Ayano case. Mei Ayano, the missing girl? Takashi's really involved in that? Maybe. Do you have any idea how they might have met? This is the first time I'm even hearing of it. Luminaries is a small-time group compared to Parade, so I wouldn't expect them to know each other, but I guess circles can overlap. Let's try Takashi next. So, where is he? I wish I knew. He's been skipping classes even though there's a concert coming up. The instructor wanted him in today, but he just wouldn't listen. Is he normally like that? No, he's usually a very well-behaved kid. Something's gotten into him. What do you think it is? I don't know. Maybe the fame got to him? Okay, so actually he's normally very well-behaved. Interesting. Much to consider. Much to consider, okay. Oh, actually, I did hear that he's been dealing with some serious mental health struggles, so maybe that's it. What kind of struggles? I don't know the details, sorry. Oh, well, what do you think about your CEO? What kind of person is Mr. Yamada? Exactly what you'd expect from a CEO. I heard he's been involved in some lawsuits. Asking the dangerous questions right off the bat, huh? Yeah, he really did just meet her on a whim. They were just like, kind of like, oh, let's hang out. And just got roped into this. That'd be suck for him. We can't talk about that. The clerk seemed hesitant about something. I'd like to book an appointment with Takashi Sato. As soon as possible, please. Sorry, I can't do that. Normally you'd have to go through the manager first before you can book an appointment with the idols. I'm a private eye, and there's a case. I doubt the manager would be happy with them speaking to a detective. Can you make an exception? This is urgent. I don't make the rules, sorry. I guess we're not technically police, so we probably can't, like, flash a badge and insist. However, since all life is on the line, I'll ask Takashi to speak with you personally when he returns. How about that? That'd be great, thank you. No worries, is there anything else? Nope, have a good day. You too. Okay, hopefully he does follow up with us whenever he shows up. It's nearly break time. I just realized I've been skipping my meals a lot lately. What should I do? Should I visit Starlight Sip, or should I continue working on the case? Okay, you can work on the case by visiting your office. Alternatively, you can spend your free time on leisurely spots such as Starlight Sip. Is there a way I can check if I have any leads that I need to look up? Okay. How are my stats looking? I can keep working. I'm still good. I decided to continue working on the case. There's a few leads that I need to look into. I can't let you die of starvation. It's fine. It's one meal. Alright. Only investigate one lead per free time event. Yep. I took a quick puff from my cig, the smoke curling around me. I exhaled slowly, eyes narrowing. Listen, I love being a detective! I wish I were a detective! This is my dream! What's on the agenda today? I think we should investigate Takashi. ADHD method. Refuse to eat until the job's done. True! That is my ADHD kicking in. Especially my ADHD meds, they suppress my appetite, which is really fun. Sometimes I just forget to eat. Because I don't feel it. I decide to do some research on Takashi Sato, the idol from Parade who was seen with Mei at Yuki's bar. I leaned back in my chair, my gaze intent on the computer screen as I scrolled through dozens of articles, social media posts, and fan forums about Parade's Takashi Sato. Same here, yeah, I've heard it's very common with ADHD meds. I know a couple other people it happens to, too. It was a big surprise for me, though. Thank you for the pat, though, Super Twin. I appreciate that. Takashi was the leader of Parade, who was extremely popular due to his life story. Coming from a place of poverty and abuse, he was able to overcome his past and become an idol. In various interviews, he mentioned how music and becoming an idol changed his life, although there wasn't much information about his artistic background and how he became so popular. I see, well, like that, like, obviously we as the detective wouldn't know this, but, like, this would give him and Mei something they could relate on, in that case. So that could be the basis for, like, a legitimate friendship or, like, kind of working relationship or mentorship. Something to consider. You stopped taking meds to get an appetite as a kid? Oh no, that's really tough. Especially as a kid when you need to be eating lots to grow properly. It's so important. Online discussions speculate that before his rise to stardom, Takashi was a troubled kid who engaged in drugs, active bullying, and delinquent activities. He was also involved in many street fights. Sheesh, okay, a bad boy. I dug deeper, trying to find the official records that supported his past, however. There was nothing concrete. Only an interview published by Parade, where Takashi talked about his difficult past in place of poverty, but nothing about drugs, bullying, or street fights. Yeah, you're not gonna be allowed to mention that shit in the Idol interview. Thank you for the thirsty Regneck. A little more tea for me. It seems like these were just rumors, but it'll be near impossible to trace the source of them. I wonder where they originated. I mean, if we could figure out where he used to go to school, maybe, or his former classmates? Regardless, Takashi's transformation seemed a bit too good to be true. I wonder if there was any more to the story. Alright, got evidence of his past. I still have a lot to learn about Takashi's background, but that's enough research for today. I closed my eyes. Alright, intellect increased, sanity decreased. It's fine, we'll get food another time. It's been 2 whole days since May disappeared, and we still have yet to make significant progress. Things were starting to look grim, but I wasn't ready to give up yet. As a final effort for the day, I visited the place she was last seen. Moon River was a brief walk south of the school. It's been 2 whole days since I ate. We're fine, we're all working girly. I'm just gonna take a quick look at this map just to get familiar with the area. The river going along here, another river over kind of on the northwest corner. Right by the high school. Okay, Starlight Sip is not super far. So some gardens, there's a cinema, pharmacy, a shopping center, fitness, a hotel. Okay, good to know it's opposite from Starlight Sip, so you'd have to go quite a ways. Library, a playground. Our agency's all the way out here. Excuse me. Residences, another park here. VR arcade, that's sick. Parade HQ is across the river. Okay. Okay, interesting to know. Interesting to know. The journey she took home was a short walk. Okay, so we go that way. Oh, you kind of passed by Starlight Sip on the way. Not quite, but like you're very close. I should retrace her steps to get a clearer picture. I began making my way to Fukaze Gardens. All of a sudden, I heard a voice behind me. Detective? Oh, Miyuki! I wasn't expecting company here. Are you out investigating? Just wrapping up for today. I see. It is getting late. I glanced down at the time. 10:29 p.m. Shouldn't you be at home? I'm rehearsing for the concert. Out here? Helps keep my mind off everything. Aren't you worried about the culprit? Yeah. At first I was. But then I realized. I live in fear for the rest of your life. His idols were risk-takers, and being out here dancing under the stars, it's what keeps me going. I may look weak, but I won't go down without a fight. But joking around, it's a dangerous matter. I can't tell you how to act, but I suggest staying at home, at least until we find out who's responsible. Of course, you are 100% right. However, I can't slack off on practice when we have a concert coming up. See, I can't practice at home because my father works at the factory and has to get up early. This is the only place for me. Not that I mind. Can't you practice in the mornings? Already do. I'm usually up at 6. Idol life seems demanding. It sure is. Tell me about it. That's the life of an idol trainee trying to balance idol work with school. They'll be fine, though. Sayuri and Akane usually keep me company. They're just busy today. Well, it's certainly safer to have company. Having a detective drop by each day wouldn't be so bad either. Oh, pretty cherry blossoms. Did you see May go this way the last time you saw her? Yeah, her house is just across the river. Can you show me the way? Sure. We headed down the path to May's house. When we reached the sidewalk, I started to wonder, where could the kidnapping have occurred? It certainly couldn't have been here. Too many people around. One scream would alert everybody, unless she went with them willingly. Park was a possibility with fewer strangers, but again, committing a crime in a public location was still a risk. Finally, we reached a quiet neighborhood just before the bridge. To pull off the kidnapping, there must be 2 steps: subduing the victim and transporting them away. I also noticed several surveillance cameras monitoring the streets. Okay, that might be helpful. Possibility here was slim. No evidence of a struggle, and a single scream would alert the whole neighborhood. Just where could the crime have occurred? By the way, did you also manage to get a hold of Takashi yet? Unfortunately not. He's been elusive. How unfortunate. It's so strange he was involved with May. Tomorrow I'll be able to focus my efforts on finding him. If it helps, I did some idle research on his history and where he might be. Want to see it? Sure, that could be useful. I need to go back to school to get it. Isn't it closed? Who needs keys when we have a perfectly climbable fence? I'll let it slide. Give me that evidence. Fine, I'll slide and pretend I didn't see anything. But I'm not going, though. The last thing I need is to be caught up in trespassing school grounds with an idol. That'd be a disaster. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't want you to get into any unnecessary trouble. Okay, I'm guessing our trust with her went up, huh? I'll keep watch, you go. Yuki nods, then disappears into the school. I doubt anyone was around, but just in case, I pull up my phone and pretend to be a bystander. I'm definitely just playing games on my phone, guys. Yeah, I'm a bad bitch. I'm a hard-boiled detective. Getting evidence. Being empty, it would seem even more strange if someone was standing outside of school like this. This would be a good time to text May's parents. I've been sending them periodic updates. I began writing out the summary of today's investigation. 5 minutes had passed. Miyuki still hasn't returned. What's taking her so long? Oh, going into a school? Oh, it's raining. It's starting to rain. Damn it, I'll catch a cold if I stay out here for too long. Heck with it, I'm going in. If I get caught, so be it. I looked around to make sure nobody was looking, then jumped the fence. Wait, where did Miyuki go? I should have asked her. Whatever. I just need to find shelter before the rain gets worse. Bruh. I dashed to the front entry, but it was locked. If she gets kidnapped, I'm gonna fucking lose it. Just my luck. Passerbys might see me if I stay here. So where did that girl go? Everything seems to be locked. All of a sudden, I heard a faint sound. What? It's coming from that direction. I headed there to investigate. Wait, is that music, or are my ears mistaken? It was a very faint sound, barely audible through the rain. Something's wrong, I know. Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm nervous! Oh, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I shouldn't have told her to get it now. I'm an idiot. I followed the direction of the sound, leading to a large building. The sign reads auditorium. It sounded like someone performing inside, but isn't the school meant to be closed? Is there a late class or something? No, it can't be. It's way too late. It's a rainy night. Something's gotta go down. Strangely, none of the lights were turned on. Scary. Anyone in there? No response. Hello? Miyuki? Once again, silence, as if the auditorium was holding its breath. It's pointless standing outside in the rain, so I might as well go inside. Guys, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm sweating. And spaghetti. It was pitch black inside, but doesn't look like anyone's here. Although for some reason the speakers were blasting some music. Perhaps someone forgot to turn it off? At least I can stay here until the rain subsides. Still have to wait for Miyuki as well. Guys, I'm nervous. This is not good. This is not good. I've worked at Hoshiko Agency full-time for 4 years now. I've dealt with all kinds of cases. Insurance fraud, infidelity, homicides, thefts, cybercrime. As detectives, we've become desensitized to most of that stuff. However, Every now and then, a case pops up that still surprises us. It's very rare because it takes a special kind of special to shake us, but it does happen. At first I thought I wasn't reading that sentence right. However, never in my wildest imagination did I anticipate the scene that unfolded before my very eyes that night. Oh, no. Detective Hoshiko always said, the crime scene is a window into the perpetrator's twisted soul. Wait, I certainly got a glimpse into that night. Oh no, you guys, I don't wanna, if we stay right here, nothing bad will happen to her. We could just not progress the game and she could stay alive. I think that's a pretty decent plan. What about you guys? Aqua, you may have killed someone I didn't mean to. I feel so bad right now. Oh god. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Miyuki. Oh, hey, cute dress. Oh, that's May. My blood turned to ice. What the hell did I just walk into? A scream of pure horror lodged itself in my throat. May's lifeless form hung grotesquely in the center of the stage, dangling from a rope. She was hauntingly lit by the moon, casting an ethereal glow over her idol outfit. Is this some kind of joke? There's no way she's... Hey! Hey! May! Say something! It was no use. It felt like I was yelling into a void. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. So I think this might be a murder mystery, yeah. It's starting to feel like it. Someone's here. And it dawned on me. She was here too. Was that her? An eerie sense of dread washed over me. I can't let her see it. Detective? What's going on? What's with all the ruckus? Someone's gonna hear us. Oh. My god. Is this for real? I was lost for words. This was a sight that will haunt her forever. Something I know too well. For a moment, it felt like we were frozen in time. I snapped back to reality and did the first thing that popped up in my mind. Get her out ASAP. Don't look anymore. Are you okay? She was unresponsive, frozen and lifeless. Let's go. Oof. Oh boy. Stay here, okay? I'm going to check on her. Call the cops if you can. Like, maybe we should also call cops. I don't know if she's in any state where she can handle that. It's a really cute dress. I like the butterfly wings, but oh man. I went back inside hoping for a miracle. Just this one time. Oh boy. As I approached her body, I began to smell a very familiar odor. A smell I've experienced countless times before. The smell of death. A smell I'll never forget. Is she handcuffed? And yeah, literally strung up like a puppet? That's crazy. This would be so much work to set up. Like, to get her into the dress, get in here, like, puppet her up without anyone seeing. I didn't even need to check to know, but I did so anyway. I placed my finger on her neck. She was ice cold. There was no pulse. What kind of twisted person would do this? Sandy greatly decreased, yeah. curious though because her body looks very intact. I wonder what the cause of death was. The police arrived and transported Miyuki home. But for me, my work here was not yet done. May was gone, and the killer was still on the loose. Oh man. Death is truly terrifying. It doesn't care about timing or fairness. It just takes and leaves us with the pieces to put together. The spotlight's on us now. We must find the monster behind this. May spent her life in the spotlight, only to meet her end in the shadow of her own frame. A final performance on the stage she loved, yet a performance she never agreed to. Probably someone who has access to the school, who had time to clean up her wounds. Yeah, you would definitely need to have access to the school and to, know it fairly well, I'd think. Spotlight's on us now. We must find the monster behind this. Ooh, okay, we do get to do... Oh god, what do we want to start with? Face, maybe? In contrast to the vibrant pictures her parents sent, her face was now eerily placid in the cold grasp of death, the eyes that used to shine with dreams, now vacant. Ooh. No signs of external injuries or trauma. From a distance, one might think she was still alive, performing. Okay. So maybe something like poison? What was the cause of death? Poisoning? Yeah. How would the culprit even have poisoned her? Yeah, usually even if they've poisoned someone, you'd see evidence around the mouth. Oh, fuck, my wig! Chim! The girl is dead and you're taking my wig? What the fuck, man? How are you doing? Good to see you. Let me give Chim a shout out. Hope you're having a good night. Don't tell him good job. Don't enable this behavior. An unsettling chill creeps down my spine. Need to inquire later about the forensic reports. Yeah, depends on the poison. Maybe she inhaled something? I didn't realize people were dying. I just saw an untaken wig and did what I had to do. What the heck, bro? What's your fucking problem? Killer got both this girl's life and Aqua's wig? Does that make Chim the killer? Chat, get him. Culprit removed her school uniform and dressed her up in this idol costume. The outfit looked brand new with barely a crease on it. The wings look almost untouched. How the hell did they transport a body dressed up like this? Well, maybe if they changed her here? And what was the sick person purpose behind it? Oh shit, there's a fight going on in my chat. A shootout between Super Twin and Chim, and then Osmer's running into the middle of the bullets. Oh shit, look out, Osmer! Could there be a sexual motive behind it? Or was this some sick game they're playing? Damned if I know. This game keeps getting more messed up by the minute. Furthermore, is this the official idol costume or a replica? If it's the official one, how on earth did the killer manage to get their hands on it? It had to be a replica. What? Don't help him, Kazu! Don't help him! Super Twin Awesomer, I believe in you guys. You can do this. Yeah, overwhelm him with Doros. Overwhelm them with Doros! Question was, when did the killer dress her up? Did they dress her up before bringing her here? It's a real pain in the ass trying to transport a body, especially with those damn wings flapping around. That's why I think they changed her here. But if they dressed her up right here... Exactly. Her body was suspended by strings, like a marionette being manipulated by an unknown puppet master. Something like this would take a substantial amount of time and pre-planning to set up. Certainly a premeditated murder. This is something that took a lot of planning and thought. Someone knew what they were doing for this. Who's behind all of this? Let's see, what else can we look at? The handcuffs. Handcuffs. What's the point of doing all this? Looks like the handcuffs are fake toys. It'll be up to law enforcement to track down the origins of these handcuffs. Being fake, it's unlikely they'll find anything. Yeah. Her keytar and all her personal belongings were also missing. Okay, so they took all her stuff. Look at the body more? Okay. God, the RP fight is still going. Look at them. That's crazy. Chat's wild and out. Rigor and liver mortis set. Body cold with algar mortis. Faint skin changes. Likely been deceased for over 16 hours. Oh, this sucks. She's been dead a long time then. Like, probably... Oh, could have even been since around we got hired yesterday. Wait, there's something stuck to her wings. It looked like a torn piece of paper or cardstock. The color was bright and glossy. Officer, there's something on her wing. Got it. I'll notify the forensics team. The piece of cardstock was retrieved for analysis. There was no text on it, just colors. That's everything I could find on her body. We can only await forensic reports before drawing conclusions. Now I need to figure out, how did the culprit manage to get in here? Maybe it's some meta-commentary on idol culture. She's wearing her idol costume and strings over her. Signs that showing she's been puppeteered. She's handcuffed, meaning she isn't free. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I could definitely see that. I think that's a very valid interpretation of this. Because I feel like, with the little bits they've been hinting at so far, they're not going to shy away from the fact that being an idol can be really difficult and really not great in a lot of ways. So I could definitely see that being an intentional thing here. Also, To Be Hero X is a fantastic show. I hope you're enjoying it a lot. I really, really love it. I need season 2. It's time to shift my focus from May and instead take a closer look at this auditorium itself. Okay. What to look at? The speakers. A haunting song was echoing through the auditorium. The culprit dedicated a lot of time and effort into orchestrating this scene, but why? He must have felt supremely confident they weren't going to get caught. You're loving it and excited for season 2? Yeah, me too! I'm so curious. Do you have a favorite hero? This wasn't just a murder. It was a performance. A performance for their sick, twisted mind. Welcome to my twisted mind. Unfortunately for them, they probably aren't aware of audio forensics. A lot more information can be extracted from an audio file than they think. Oh, shit, I didn't know that. That's interesting. This girl was murdered. Not just killed, but murdered. True. Doors. No signs of forced entry. Did the school forget to lock the place? I doubt it. They probably had a key. It's possible the killer tampered with the lock somehow, but either way, forensics shall be able to analyze that. X is definitely up there, but a personal fave is Easel along with Lucky Cyan. Reignac, we have the same favorites! That's crazy! We have the exact same favorites! That's nuts! Good taste, good taste. I knew you were a real one. But yeah, definitely recommend watching To Be Hero X if you guys haven't. It's a really good show. Really good. Upon closer inspection, it doesn't seem like these windows can open. There's no way the killer can enter through here. Yeah, we're shaking hands right now. You and me are shaking hands in good taste. It appears I've scoured every possible clue this place has to offer. The rest now falls into the hands of the authorities. I should head back and regroup. Tomorrow's going to be another long day. It sure is. Prologue and please tell me there's more demo. Please. Okay, phew! I was like, don't end it here. Don't end it here. I want more. I want more. I was so nervous. Oh, I was so nervous. I was like, don't you dare cut it here. I want to keep going. It's always a really good sign when a demo makes me do that. Right? Like, that's the prologue. A lot happened. Jeez. Man. Alright. I might actually do, since we have a good, like, little chapter break here, I might do a quick little BRB. I'm running a little low on my tea and stuff here, so I might just heat up a little bit more water, run to the washroom, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. So we're gonna continue on. See you guys in just a few. Woo!
走り抜ける星屑瞳濡らす潮風私の一番大切なものとりもどうすって誓ったのに追い始めたあの世男のよ魔法にかかったのは私の方手を握らないで肩を抱かないで頬に触れないで期待しないわ揺さぶられる思考の泉あなたなんて邪魔なの過去の呪縛未来の生き不機嫌なふり二律背ずっと愛してたお兄ちゃんあなたを選べない日が来るの私を連れ走り去って正しい答えはどこなの傾む偽りは闇バラバラ連れ去れたのはあなたのせい恋闇揺れる不思議な夜に思いは巡る祈ることさえ諦めてしまえたのなら楽になるのに I cannot なぜ求めてしまうの心に灯る無垢な愛は悲しいとかをはらんだままやがて明日へ帰るように空へと浮かぶ朽ち果てた花びらに希望があるなら舞い上がれどこまでも遠く歯車の街佇む光願いがにじむ一度きりでもあなたに触れられたらもう何の
Okay, we're back. Thank you guys for being patient. I've got more hot water for my tea so it's nice and filled and warm again. I'm good to keep trucking. Hope everybody else had a good break as well. This music's pretty good. Thank you, Awesomer. I'm glad you like it. That reminds me, I feel like I don't shout this out a lot, but I have got a playlist on YouTube for the music that I put on during my starting soon in BRB screens. So if you're ever looking for a specific song, you can go look for it in there along that link. Should have almost everything in there. I think a few pieces did get taken down from YouTube, but most of them are in there. Most of them are in there. If you're looking for something specific, always feel free to ask, and I can always tell you specifically which song to. Can always do that. There we go. That's my little shout out for that. Let's get back into solving what's now a murder mystery. 'Cause oh man. The morning light crept through my office window, awaking me from an uneasy slumber. It seemed like I'd fallen asleep at some point. Understandable, fall asleep at your desk after all that. Last night had been a long one. I spent hours sifting through piles of paperwork, compiling reports for May's parents and the police. I just wanted to get it all done and dusted to put an end to this case. Yeah, it's gotta be rough to be working to try and find somebody and be hoping to find them alive and not have that happen. I don't envy anyone who's ever been working a job that puts them in a position where they have to experience that. Though the official contract may have ended, I knew I couldn't just wash my hands of it. I'll continue working on it unofficially until the next client comes along. In the grand scheme of things, we have very little control over the outcome. If the police couldn't find May, there was little that could have been done. I knew that from the very start when I accepted this contract. The true task for detectives was to bring closure to families. With the recovery of May's body, more clues may surface to guide us to the perpetrator. 5:44 a.m., time to get moving. Yeah, this sucks, man. This sucks. We stepped into the police station and there was Tatsuya, just like always. Oh hey, Detective Miyako, you look tired. Long night, huh? Yeah, surviving on a few hours of sleep. It must be tough after what happened last night. I wasn't expecting to find a corpse in a damn school. Pretty messed up stuff. Wonder who would do such a thing. That's what I'm going to find out. Any updates on the case? Yeah, the initial forensics report is ready, so we now know the cause of death. Furthermore, there was a witness who mentioned seeing May. Well, let's... I want to hear the forensics report first. Let's get these facts before we start going into, like, witness reports and stuff. Based on the initial examination and preliminary tests, we suspect May's cause of death to be from CO poisoning. Ah, okay. That would do it. That would do it. That wouldn't leave much of a trace. CO poisoning? Quite the unusual murder weapon. It's insane. Carbon monoxide is odorless and colorless. That means it's an absolute bastard to detect, and if she were exposed to high levels of it, she could have been dying without even knowing. That's like a big fear of mine, you know? Ugh. Check if your CO2 monitors are working in your house, guys. Furthermore, there were some injuries on her body. However, the forensics team believe they came from her training as an idol rather than the culprit. Oh. I'll forward the complete report to you in case you want to have a look. Thanks, Tatsuya. Am I allowed to look at that? Oh, thank you for the head pat. Let's see. Just double checking. Moon River, Fuka Gardens, City, Quiet Neighborhood, Bridge, City Home. Okay. Torn cardstock, bright and glossy. Okay. Doors already open and there are no signs of forced entry. Good to know. Okay. I wanted to double check if there wasn't more details in there. Let's hear about that witness. Yesterday, a handful of witnesses came in, sparked by the story going viral on social media. A witness claimed to have seen May just a few days earlier. They said she was at the cemetery at night. In particular, Akatsuki Cemetery. Just like in Naruto. The cemetery? Who knows what she was doing there, but her parents told us that no family members or anyone close to May were buried there. So you might want to check that out. That is strange. Even though the case is over, if anything comes up, please let us know about it. Of course, Miyako. Good luck on the rest of the case. I appreciate that he's supportive in us still looking into it. My damn eyes felt dry and my brain was barely functioning. I should really catch up on sleep. Tomorrow's the weekend, so I'll use that as a chance to recover. That's right, I should see how Eiji's doing too. I'll visit him at the hospital later once I compile the reports. For now, what should I do? Good question. How we doing? We have, like, no sanity. maybe if we take a little break. Ooh, hello? Uh-oh. Okay. Let's go to the Starlight Sip. Let's take a little break and regain some sanity, maybe? Look who's back. Yep, it's me. How you doing, MC? Tired? What about you? What's wrong? Nothing. Just been a long night. Working on the case? Yeah. How's that going? Not good. Girl was found dead within the school. Really? In school? Yeah. Damn, that's so creepy. What kind of psycho would do that? Beats me. Shizu, thank you for the head pat. I appreciate it. That is restoring my sanity for sure. If that happened to me, I'd stay the hell away from that school. It's pretty messed up, the crime scene and everything. Anyways, get me something strong to clear my mind. Something strong, huh? What would you like? Anything is fine. Anything? Are you sure? Uh-huh. Oh, that reminds me, I'm working on this new cocktail recipe. Did I tell you about it yet? No, you haven't. It's something I've been perfecting for quite a while. I'm telling you, it's my finest drink yet. Although I haven't put it up on the menu yet because a few people don't seem to agree with my taste. Since you're my friend, I'd like your honest opinion about it. What am I, your guinea pig? Who better than my favorite customer and best friend? Fine, you leave me no choice. Great, then drinks are on the house today. Yuki grabs the cocktail shaker and begins filling it with several ingredients, meticulously measuring each one. He then begins expertly shaking it before pouring it onto a glass. There you go! Yuki hands me the cocktail. Upon closer inspection, it had a nice deep red color to it, but the consistency looked a bit thick and vicious? Forget how you say that one. I really love how it turned out. Let me know what you think. I cautiously took a sip as Yuki watched intently. Well, what do you think? Viscous, thank you, Awesomer. I'm not gonna lie, this tastes like cough syrup. What? Really? I mean, I can see what you're trying to do with the sweetness, but the texture is too thick, and it feels like you're trying to mask the bitterness beneath. What? Oh, too bad. I was trying to go for a bold flavor, but I guess it needs some work before I can put it up on the menu. Don't feel down. I'm sure not all experiments will go perfectly. Maybe you'll hit a gold mine next time. Thanks. I hope so. Somehow I feel a bit better after drinking that odd cocktail. Just what did he put in it? Health increased. Okay, that didn't bring back up our sanity, but it brought back up our health. I don't know how to get this back. Uh-oh. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's not gonna come back that easily. We can't just go do a nice activity and be like, I'm a little more sane. We've literally found a teenage girl's dead body, you know? That's gonna make a difference. Oh man, though. You're so cooked mentally, it's true. Alright. This is a very cute bedroom, though. I like it. Colors are very cute. Miyuki was stretched out on her bed, her gaze lost in the infinite white canvas of the ceiling. A vivid memory from last night lingered on her mind. Her friend. Companion. Have you considered being sane again? Mothers, when you talk to them about your mental health, be like, the sight yesterday left her paralyzed, in a state of shock. Apparently, law enforcement officers arrived and escorted her home, but she had no recollection of it. It was all too surreal. Yuki shifted to her side, curling up into a ball, hoping to fall asleep, but then she saw the time. 8 a.m. She had been awake for most of the night. Again. It was already time for school, but her body felt like lead. Girl, I think you deserve at least 1 day off. After that, I don't think you should be expected to go in. The mere thought of stepping foot inside that auditorium again made her feel nauseated. Was this all just a nightmare? Even though she didn't care about the concert anymore, thoughts of her friends came to mind, and the trainee debt she still owes Kirameki Entertainment. There's a responsibility to uphold. You can take a day off once you found a body. Somnosine and Vigilomax, oh boy. From beside the table, she drew 2 bottles and eyed them carefully. A bottle of Vigilomax and a bottle of Somnosine. Sounds like probably a stimulant and a sleep aid. Choice felt oddly familiar, like a scene from a movie. Wow, I wonder what they're referencing. A decision had to be made right now. Sleeping pills or stimulants? Ooh, we don't get to pick. We don't get to pick, I see. Lying on the bed of Kanagawa Hospital was Eiji Hoshiko, a criminal turned detective. Eiji stared at the endless ceiling as the pulse of the EKG monitor chirped in the background. Another week in this hellhole. Even drugged up in this hospital, he was unable to get sleep. The detective's mind was always working. He glanced at the empty TV screen beside him once more. For a fleeting moment, he caught a faint image of himself on the screen. Not a reflection, but an image of him lying on a wooden box. A coffin. Death was waiting patiently. He smiled as if to say, "Come and get me." At the same time, Eiji felt a certain comfort in knowing it wasn't in a hurry. They've still yet to find all the crimes of my past. I wonder if they ever will. At least, that one. Boss, what the fuck did you do? Bro thinks he's him. A knock on the door snapped him out of his thoughts. She's here. Good. Hey, Eiji. Tax evasion. I came to check up on you. How you doing? Well, I'm not dead yet, if that's what you're asking. Yug? Figured as much. You're one tough motherfucker. Also, don't call me Yug. Enjoying hospital life? Enjoying? You're out there hunting criminals, and I'm stuck in here with nothing but pain, TV, and medication. You sure love complaining, don't you? Just treat it like a break from work. Break from work? Quit joking around and get me the fuck out of here. I'm losing my damn mind watching TV all day. All he plays is fucking Seinfeld. I knew you'd say that, so I brought you something to keep you occupied. A gift from me. Just a book that I thought you might like, and the reports on May's investigation. Hand it over. Eiji snatches the folder of May's investigation, taking no interest in the book. I knew you were dying to see it. Fucking lucky son of a bitch getting to play with a murder case whilst I'm bedridden here. Initially, it was just a missing person. I know, I've been watching TV all fucking day. You should have come to me sooner. You were undergoing surgery. Goddamn timing. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Speaking of which, how was the procedure? Well, they said it was a success. I guess that's good news, but no more alcohol for 6 weeks, blah, 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 to hell with all that. Maybe you should take it easy for a while. Ichi points at his bag near the bedside table. Miyako. What? There's a flask in my bag. Pour me a shot. Are you out of your mind? Ichi chuckles. I'm in a hospital, Miyako. If anything goes wrong, they'll fix me. You really are out of your mind. What a boss. Well, if you insist. Cheers, Miyako. Bottoms up and the devil laughs. Ichi took a small sip, the whiskey burning down his throat and belly. That was good. I can't wait to get back to drinking. My dad would like to have words with you. Well, I think I'm done complaining now. You ready to talk? I am. Let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Yuki, Miyuki, guess what I got? What? Ta-da! May was proudly displaying her shiny new toy. Wow, is that a keytar? Uh-huh, it was my birthday gift. Happy birthday! Thank you, you want to hear it? It can play all sorts of sounds like guitars, pianos, synths. Sure. Okay, but I have to warn you, I can't see the notes on a piano, so I might hit the wrong ones on accident. That's okay, just do your best. May begins playing a simple guitar melody from one of her favorite songs. At first, she was cautious not to hit the wrong notes, but gradually she gained confidence. Her usual quirkiness became a fiery idol-like intensity, one I had never seen before. For the first time ever, I didn't see the ordinary, awkward girl that was May, but glimpses of an idol performing. Wow, that was really impressive! Thanks, that was quite the workout. She rubs her shoulders playfully. This thing is quite heavy, you know? My arms and shoulders get tired fast. Guess that means I gotta get stronger. How bad could it be? Curious about the weight, I reached out to feel the guitar. It had a cool and metallic touch, and the build was very sturdy. No wonder it was so heavy. You weren't kidding. Why'd your parents choose this one? Aren't there lighter ones out there? No, don't care. I'm just happy to get one. It's certainly a perfect fit for you. Oh, imagine her parents had to work a lot to afford that. You've been carrying that all day, aren't you tired? I am, but I'm scared to leave it somewhere. Someone might steal it. Want me to hold it for you? If you don't mind. As she passed the thing to me, I immediately felt the pressure of the strap on my neck and shoulders. This thing was for sure really heavy. Oh look, this logo. What about it? You don't know? It's from a company that only makes high-quality instruments. Really? How so? I bet this one costs a dime. The sound quality is really good, and I heard they're really durable and last a really long time. Wait a minute, they're not that expensive, are they? That I don't know exactly. Why do you ask? I just want to know. I took out my phone and searched for the model. Wow, I didn't expect guitars to get this expensive. You're rich, May. What? How much is it? Seeing the price tag surprised me, but May seemed even more shocked than I was. Wow. It's really this expensive? Yep, you're one lucky girl. I wish my birthday presents were this big. I see. May didn't laugh at my joke. Instead, she stared at the screen with a blank expression on her face. Oh, is she feeling bad about how much her parents would have had to pay for it? Afterwards, we went to the convenience store to buy some ice cream. On the way to the store, May kept quiet to herself. She usually daydreams a lot, but this time it felt different. It didn't immediately click with me why May was acting this way, but when we reached the store, I suddenly remembered something she told me many months ago. May's parents had a lot of debt to pay and frequently had to work overtime, and that's why she doesn't get to spend much time with them. One time, they even asked me if May could come over to my place whilst they were working. May probably felt guilty about receiving such an expensive present, knowing her parents' situation. But despite their situation, they still bought her this guitar. Why? Hey May, I've been thinking. What is it, Miyuki? Out of all the guitars out there, why did your parents get you this one? It's so heavy and expensive. Huh? I don't know. She thought for a moment, choosing her words carefully. It's probably because I'm spoiled. What? Oh, you silly goofball. I kept bugging them for one the whole time. They still could have gotten you any cheap model, though. But those ones have poor sound quality compared to this one. I would have been fine with that. Do you know why they got you this one instead? Take a look at these reviews. I showed her all the stellar reviews. This is a professional guitar for performers. It's heavy because it has many features and is meant for adults. I think your parents chose this one because they believed in you. Believed in me? Yeah. They believe in your dream of becoming an idol, and this is their way of supporting you. Oh. This is their way of supporting me. Why would they go so far? It doesn't make sense. What do you mean? They've always wanted me to get a degree, to become a doctor or engineer. So why would they go against that and spend so much of their savings on this? Well, maybe they changed their minds. Or they realized you have your own dreams and ambitions. Whatever the case, that part isn't important. What matters is what you'll do from now on. I'm sure they'll be happy just to hear you perform for them. It'll be like buying a lifetime worth of CDs. I'm convinced May pauses. No, I have to repay them somehow. If this is their way of supporting my dream, then the only thing I can do is work extra hard now not to let them down. I have to make it as an idol, so I can make lots of money and return the favor one day. Even though money was never the main motivator, I've always dreamt of being able to live freely, being able to pay off the bills. Well, that sounds great. If you want to be an idol, imagine how much of an advantage you'll have if you start now. I'll be unstoppable. Imagine all the people who only became idols after a few years of studying. By the time I get to their stage, I'll have quadruple their experience. May's excitement was very contagious. Even though I enjoyed idol music myself, I never felt a strong desire to become one. But May's determination also lit a fire under my heart, and all of a sudden, I felt an inspiration to work hard too. Well, I guess I have no choice but to follow you along. You'll be joining me? I can't let you dance alone, can I? It won't be easy, though. I know what I'm signing up to. Then don't chicken out when things get tough. Are you trying to scare me? Then promise me. See things to the end no matter what. I promise. Pinky promise? Pinky promise. May's face lit up with a smile. One day we'll stand on a bright stage with millions of people watching us become stars. And that was a really nice scene, but it also hurt. Throughout all these years, May hasn't let down on her promise. She was always disciplined and practiced nearly every day. Despite her guitar showing significant signs of wear and tear, she never asked for a new one. In fact, when she became a trainee, our agency offered to get her a new one, free of charge. However, she insisted on keeping the one she currently has. Oh. She loves that one. It's from her parents. The guitar. It must have been so precious to her. It was always her lifelong dream to bring it on a grand stage so her parents could see it. Now, it's gone. Along with her. Oh, man. Due to the recent circumstances, Yokohama Arts will be undergoing a partial lockdown. Certain areas will be off limits, CCTV cameras are being installed around the school, and security will be present on the school grounds until the danger subsides. I know this might sound frightening, but the truth must be said. The person who's responsible is still out there. We have to stay guarded at all times in and out of the school. Please, if you have any information about May or witness suspicious activities, please report it to the school office or the anonymous tip box. Even the smallest detail could be crucial. As a community, we need to take steps to ensure the safety of the school. If there's one last thing I can do for you, May, it would be to bring your guitar onto the stage. I have to tell everyone about the hard work and sacrifices you've made. However, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Just where could it be? Surely the killer must have discarded it by now. How do I even search for it? Will my actions have any impact at all, or will they be in vain again? Guess only time will tell. Huh? Someone's here? Who? Oh. Miyuki, what are you doing here? Why aren't you in class? Oh, sorry, I just wasn't feeling well. Girl, you should have stayed home. Both of you should have stayed home. Just needed some water on my face. Don't worry about me, just get back to practice. Yuki, look. I'm going to tell you straight. You're the leader of this group. Future falls on you. You can't be half-hearted like this. Huh? I can tell from how you act. That smile you used to put on. Even that feels forced. Ooh. I know you're devastated about May. We all are too. We're all scared and hurting. But as idols, we also have a job to do. Man, you can't even have a day to grieve. There's no point in practicing if your mind isn't there. Kane's words were harsh, but there was a sincere concern underlying them. Maybe she's more being like, hey, mentally you're not in this. You should definitely go and, like, take a break instead. Maybe that's the point. Miyuki found herself at a loss for words. Akane had always been frank. She had never aimed her fury at Miyuki before. We got thousands of fans out there who believe in us and are waiting for this moment. No matter what goes on behind the scenes, the fans will be ignorant to it. All they'll see is the performance we put on, and it's our job to deliver. I'm sorry for letting you all down, How could she explain the whirlwind of emotions bottled up inside her? It doesn't feel right performing without May. Everything feels on. I can't stand knowing that when our debut comes, we'll be doing it without May. Look, Miyuki, I'm not good with this emotional stuff. But what I can say is, we all care about you. Please get yourself together. I understand. Go home and rest until you're ready to come back and give it your all. That's all. Oh, and this is for you. She holds out an envelope before leaving. Oh, what's in the envelope? Yuki looks down at the cold, hard floor. I tried. What kind of a leader am I? Girl, this is... I'd be more worried if you weren't feeling like this. I've been so focused on my own feelings. I need to stop being selfish and start thinking about the group as a whole. Only then can we... What is... Curtains fall soon, your final act approaches. Soon we'll be together, May Ayano. What? What is this? Huh? May knew her life was in danger all along, but for some reason she kept the truth all to herself. The death threats, her meeting with Takashi, not even her parents or closest friends knew. Sometimes the victim will keep the problems to themselves if they don't have people they can trust. However, considering how close she was to her friends, it's all quite unusual. We're up against a spirit channeler. Scary. I can only suspect that she was terrified of speaking out for some reason. Something caused her to remain silent even to her dearest friends. I guess. No! Let me save! I want to go to maybe she was trying to protect someone. That's what my instincts go to. She was trying to protect... Oh, how would hiding death... I don't know. Just think more carefully. Okay, I'm dummy. No, my intelligence! Maybe she was involved in a scandal? I guess, with Takashi? I was just like, I don't know, maybe something else would happen if she, you know, said anything. I don't know. She was involved in a scandal. Something she couldn't shed light on, forcing her to keep the letters hidden until the time was right. A scandal, huh? Just what kind of scandal? That I'm yet to figure out. That male idol, do you think? He's involved somehow. I'm quite sure of it. What makes you say so? We both chose the same answer. At least it wasn't just me. Double check. Okay. Check. Let's see. We have a time in the autopsy report? No. Want to make sure. Maybe the place of meeting? We met in Starlight Sip, so? Never mind, I'm an idiot! Ah! Okay, lack of witnesses! Dane, okay, she got a point. She's got a point. Now that I see the reasoning, I should have been able to come to this. When May went missing, despite the public pleas for help, he never came forward with any information. If he genuinely cared for her, as a friend, lover, or even acquaintance, he wouldn't have hesitated to share any knowledge he had. This makes me suspect his involvement. Yeah, I gotta lock in. It's true, it makes sense, because we know that, like, her disappearance was getting super, super public. It was getting extremely public. So there's, you know, it would only make sense if, he came forward, if he would have heard about it, you know? Alright. Take a sip of my tea. Lock in. Miyaka's slowly losing her brain cells. She's just like me! No! This makes me suspect his involvement. There's something they're hiding and we need to dig deeper into their history. I too think the same. However, there's something that still doesn't add up. What is it? Let's consider how the killer managed to gain access to a locked building. They were able to carry a dead body inside, set up the scene, and leave without being detected. Great British detective trick in you. God. I see where you're going with this. You're saying if the killer managed to do all that, it means... Well, the killer doesn't match his profile. In order to gain access to a locked building, the killer must have had a key or was connected to someone inside Yokohama Arts. In other words, it was likely an inside job. Very good. The way the killer managed to set everything up, it was as if they knew the layout and scheduled the place in and out. It's highly likely that they're connected to Yokohama Arts in some way, and that doesn't fit our bill with Takashi. Not until we find more evidence that he's linked somehow. Ooh. Going for his fucking jugular, I guess. Even though he might be involved, could there be someone else pulling the strings? Is he really the culprit? Whoa! Wow, I've scrolled my mouse wheel just a little bit to fidget. Didn't realize it would do that. That's crazy. Perhaps looking at the crime scene can reveal more clues. The crime scene, huh? Finally something interesting. From what I've gathered... When I first saw the arrangement of the body, I suspected a sexual motive. However, the police found no evidence of that. Yeah, that's honestly a really nice feature to have. Really nice if you accidentally, like, double-click and miss a line. The way the body was arranged. Handcuffs, outfit, music, and everything. It makes me think the killer is playing some game. They're the type to crave attention and notoriety, perhaps also harboring a strong hatred towards May or idols in general. We've seen our fair share of murders. Bodies being dismembered and disposed of in garbage bags, bodies getting thrown into the water. But this? Only a deeply disturbed mind would be able to conceive of something like this. The key suspects to look out for are those who suffer from severe mental disorders. Hallucinations or delusions could easily cause this, so we can't rule out drugs too. This does align with Takashi's profile, as I've been told he suffers from some mental illness. It takes a twisted mind to even think of such a thing, but to actually go out and do it? If the culprit calls May's murder a masterpiece, I'm a puke. Oh god. Oh man. Regardless, it was a risky endeavor that left a trail of evidence behind, as you can see from the report. Over here, you wrote, no further investigation needed past the bridge. I'm enjoying the song. Why is that? Well, if you read the rest of the report, it's clear the crime couldn't have taken place there. The reason being? Could it be her route home? I think so. As I was investigating May's route home, I noticed several surveillance cameras in the neighborhood prior to reaching the bridge. As soon as I saw the surveillance cameras, I stopped investigating further. If May did take that route home, she would have been seen by one of the surveillance cameras. The police found nothing. Good observation, as I expected from you, Miyako. Furthermore, I don't think she was abducted at all. At the moment, the most important clue we have is the autopsy report. Cause of death? CO poisoning. CO poisoning. Quite a strange method, if you ask me. Just why did the killer choose this method? You know, like, it doesn't leave behind a ton of obvious traces, but, like, it's very difficult to set up, you know what I mean? CO poisoning is a method that requires... a lot of these in some ways. Which one does the game want me to say? Maybe I'll just go for an elaborate setup? Oh, the killer might have used an elaborate setup. It's not really required to kill someone CO poisoning. I just thought that it took effort. My intelligence! I mean, I guess technically I would go with confinement, because you need to make sure she breathes it in and that, like, the carbon monoxide can't escape, right? Right? Yeah, I thought elaborate setup too, because I was like, oh, you'd have to, like, put a lot into, like, setting up, like, you know, wherever you tried to, like, poison her. It wouldn't be easy to do. Alright, it's a rather silent way of killing someone. All you need is to be confined in a poorly ventilated place with a CO source, such as a faulty heater or fireplace, and the person could be dying without even knowing. Just how did the killer manage to confine May into a room without any evidence of a struggle? There were no injuries on her body apart from her wounds from her training as an idol. I mean, to me, that would imply that she knew who it was and had some level of trust in them. Yeah, that is a wild sentence he just said. How much intelligence do I have left? It's not the worst. No injuries on her body, huh? Don't you find that a bit strange, Miyako? Yeah, there's only one reason why she was unharmed. I would say she was lured. An abduction would leave some signs of trauma, unless for some reason she chose not to fight back. However, without any injuries on her body, it's safe to assume she was lured. Average like Makoto. Oh god, I'm Makoto Nagi. No, I always wanted to be Sonia. I'm Sonia. But just who could have lured her? I've been trying to wrap my head around this, but I can only suspect it was someone she trusted. She would only go, like, and go along with something like this if it was someone who she had pretty strong faith in. You know, to get them, to let them leave her in an enclosed room Like, obviously, even if she didn't know the CO was in there, like, you don't just willingly walk into, like, a room alone with just on the suggestion of someone you don't really trust, you know what I mean? Man. Yeah, this is still the demo. This is just the demo. The full game is not out. I'll give a reminder once again if you guys are interested in playing for yourselves or want a wish list or anything. There's the link for ya. There it is. May wasn't the type to go someplace strange without telling anybody. She'd at least call her parents. Exactly. This isn't even the first lawn demo she did. Yeah, there's some lawn ones. What does that mean for what's next? I'm scared. I don't want it to cut off because I'm very invested in this mystery. But this time, she willingly went inside an enclosed room, staying there until she passed out. Even with her phone on her, she never thought about calling anybody. That means she thought she was safe and could get help. For a complete stranger to do that, the odds would be a near impossibility. However, if it was someone she trusted, someone whom she felt completely safe around, it would make a lot more sense. It's one thing to be an overall cautious person, but when you're around someone you're close with, even the most paranoid person can let their guard down. I wonder if the initial death was an accident? That would be very interesting. That would be a very interesting twist. She had no idea what was coming, even up to the end when she was in that room. She probably thought she was feeling unwell or something, then before she knew it, she was unconscious. So who could have done this? At the moment, the only people I'm aware that are really close to May are her parents, friends, and teachers. You can probably rule out her parents, though. Someone who had access to a locked building. Someone who knew the layout and scheduled the Yokohama arts in and out. Someone whom May trusted. Like she died accidentally and the killer set her body up like that because they felt guilty and knew she wanted to be a star. I could definitely see that. That'd be crazy, but it would be a very interesting twist. It suits the bill perfectly, maybe a little too perfect. It doesn't leave us many options, does it? Could it really be one of them? You have to find out. How? Follow standard protocol, Miyako. It is pretty extreme, but you know, it's an anime mystery game. Since when did any of these have normal murder cases? It would be very out there, though. They'd need really strong motivation to do that. I think the only one I could trying to decide if I suspect Miyuki or not. Trying to decide. I'd like to believe in her, but, you know, those kind of twists aren't unheard of. This is a special case involving a kidnapping, murder, and staging. The first step is to pinpoint the exact times these things happened. We already know when the kidnapping/luring occurred, but what about the murder and staging? If we can figure those out, the next step should be obvious. Right. After we pinpoint those events, we'll be able to... Let's see... Maybe... I would say... Most obvious thing is just reconstructing the timeline. Okay. I just thought... It's fine. We verified the alibis. I just thought, well, you know, baby steps. We have the timeline, then we do it. Whatever, babe. If we can pinpoint when those events occurred, we'll be able to verify the alibis of each of the suspects. Given how small our suspect list is, it shouldn't take long to do, and at the very least we'll know if we're on the right track or not. That's right. I want every one of them to testify what they were doing during those times. You got it, Aishi. I'll do my best. Ah, man. This will be incredibly awkward. Treating those girls as suspects right after their friend's death. How do I approach such a delicate matter? I don't know. I really need to be careful here. Good thing Eiji isn't on this case. Whoa! Also, Miyako, your earlier deduction was incorrect about the crime scene. I know, my tiny little remaining brain cells. Huh? Which one? Remember what I told you about how a crime scene is a window into the perpetrator's soul? Look at it carefully and you'll be able to see their true nature. The type of person they are, their motives, their patterns, their habits, and even their emotional state. This wasn't done by some deranged druggie or a mentally unstable person. The killer clearly premeditated the murder, carefully planning May's capture, then meticulously setting up the crime scene. So yeah, it's funny because I know Mona brought that up, and they are like leaning very, very heavily into like the idea that like, no, this was premeditated, you know, all of that. But I'm just kind of like, is that a red herring? Are you trying to make me think too much that it's super premeditated? It could also be an anime weirdo who wanted to preserve her beauty or something like that. That is also possible. Also very, very possible. It was all calculated. Someone under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or psychosis would be acting out of impulsivity. No fucking way they'll be able to methodically plan and set up such a grand scene like this. But most importantly, you can get a clear indication of the killer's motive by analyzing the crime scene. This wasn't a crime fueled by hatred. Do you see why? Okay, reading this one more time. Okay. Let me see. Double checking exactly what he's asking me. Analyzing the crime scene. Okay. None of these have to do with the crime scene. Crack the case! Knowing that the victim's dream was to be an idol, the killer was moved by her and wanted to use her corpse to fill everyone with hope! Oh, Nigiro Kamaida. Not again. Silly guy. I kind of wonder if it's the fact that they kept her belongings? Like, they haven't turned up. So maybe they value her and them by extension? I might lose intelligence, but I'm going with this logic. Motherfucker! Ah! Okay. What about the fact that they dressed her up? Is it literally just the crime scene? Okay, no, I thought that was too obvious, but I was right. Bro, it's dropping. Bro, it's dropping so bad. Is it just the fact that she wasn't injured? I was looking for something deeper. I was looking for something deeper. It makes sense. The logic checks out. I can't be mad at the game. Their logic checks out. If there was hatred, the killer would have chosen a more violent death. CO poisoning is too peaceful for a grudge. This was a cold, calculated murder that lacks the personal touch of vengeance. If you hate someone so much that you'd kill them, you'd probably shoot, stab, or beat them to death. Thank you, Super Twin. Massage my poor little brain. But CO poisoning? It's almost as if they didn't want her to feel pain. Didn't want her to feel pain. However, what worries me is the way the scene was set up. Setting up such a grand stage, putting so much effort into making her death so beautiful, it makes me wonder. Yeah, that's me getting bonked. That's me getting bonked. Were they trying to send a message? If so, were they trying to send a public message? Or a more personal one? Who would have been the first person to see it? Huh? Judging by how everything was set up, I don't think this is the end. We should be ready for another incident. Another one? Miyako, get our guy to forge some documents and plant it in Yokohama Arts, and obtain search warrants for that place. What? No fucking way. I'm unable to work, you have to be the one to do it. No, evidence planting isn't part of my toolkit. I'm very sorry. Oh my god. You idiot, Miyako. Ichi, even in our line of work, there are lines that shouldn't be crossed. Not every crime scene yields the evidence we need, Miyako. How many times has a case only been solved because we went above and beyond the law? Think about all those victims who would be still waiting for justice had we not taken those steps. But if they turn out to be innocent, we can't just ruin a school's reputation like that. Yeah, bro is in his hobo phoenix arc. Jesus. It doesn't matter. Do you think it's better for criminals to be walking the streets freely? There are times when crimes aren't solvable by sticking to the rules. You need to fight fire with fire or else the case will go cold. This feels a bit fucked up, boss. This feels a bit fucked up. Think about it, Miyako. We may not be at that point yet where we have to resort to it, but the faster you act, the better odds you'll have of saving people. Way to guilt her into it. Jeez, boss, what the hell? Alright. If we reach a standstill, I'll consider it. Good. Don't let the agency down. This is a huge case with a lot of eyeballs. Boss, what the fuck? Yeah, we don't even have a clear suspect. Oh, we could hear their song. Oh, he was already back to her normal self, dancing and singing. Or some might think. Yuki's just doing what she's been taught her whole life, to put on a brave face. It's been conditioned in an idol to show that everything is okay. And for the rhythm minigame. However, what you saw was far from okay. Stop pushing yourself, Miyuki, was what I wanted to say. But if the show gets cancelled, my spine shudders even thinking of it. No, I can't afford to lose this opportunity. Being an idol is all I have. I'm sure we can hang in there for another month. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. If the killer goes after me, I'll be the one to end them. Whoa, girl? What? Hello? Kinda love that for her, but also holy shit, wasn't expecting it. The brightest stars shine through the darkest nights. But the brighter they shine, the faster they burn out. That's crazy. Oh god, don't... I'm gonna end it there. No! Fuck, I was really enjoying that. I was really enjoying that. I wanted to play more. Shit! That was really good. I really liked this one. That was really my kind of thing. Oh man, I want more. I definitely want more. Please. Please, I hope... When does this get released? When does this get an official release? Do they have an estimate yet? I need to find out. Holy shit. I'm really liking this. The system's really fun, the characters are very interesting, the mystery itself is extremely interesting as well. It's a good one. They did a really good job with this. Oh, hey! Alright. Yeah, this demo was made by a small, passionate team. If you enjoyed the game, visit our website at vnheaven.io and join our totally awesome newsletter. I'll leave that up on screen for a little bit so that if anybody wants to grab that, they have a chance to. Okay. Planned release date Q1 2026. Okay. Okay, so that's relatively soon. It's relatively soon. Hopefully. I'm just like, I want more. I don't want it to end. I want more. I liked that. I want more of that. I was having fun. Don't make it end here. What the heck? Dude, I really vibed with this one. I really enjoyed this one. I definitely have to give a big thank you to the people at VN Heaven for reaching out to me and recommending for me to try this game out on stream. Because this was incredibly up my alley. Oh my god. I really like this, and I'll definitely be eagerly awaiting the full release. Oh my goodness. Once again, I will put the link to the store page on Steam for this game. Yeah, you can always help devs out by, playing the demo or wishlisting the game if this interested you. Helps show, the fact that, there's interest. Shows that Steam should help push their game. And I feel like these devs definitely deserve it. This is really well done. This is really well put together. I really enjoyed it. I really definitely want to play more. I definitely would love to. Oh man. I'm legit upset we're done. I'm like, no, I want more! Give me more, please! Oh man. Well shit though, guys. That means that's the end of my streams for the week of the Choose Wisely Festival. Thank you everybody who supported me through all of these. It was definitely a huge honor to be chosen and be reached out to by Studio FUF for this. It's my very first time taking part in an event like this, and it was a big honor. It was really flattering to be reached out to, and I'm really happy that I got to do something like this and try a bunch of different games and just kind of have fun with all of them and try out a bunch of different things, see what I liked, kind of see what caught my interest the most. It's been really fun. I've definitely picked up multiple games through this that, I know I'm gonna be playing for sure when they come out, and, there's a couple of them that I'm like, we possibly could see back on stream again when the full version's out. I wouldn't be against it. I definitely wouldn't be against it. We've had some good times here with these. Oh man, it feels a little bittersweet wrapping up here. It feels a little bittersweet. Oh man, I kind of want to, I think we'll wrap up stream from this page today. I kind of want to let the music and stuff play out, enjoy kind of this last few minutes of Choose Wisely. I believe the sale is still going. It's in the pinned message once again in chat, so if that is something you're interested in, you want to pick up something or see what is on sale, what's available, you should definitely do it. Please click that link and take a look. It was really cool to see what they managed to pull together here. I think it's I just think it was a really cool event, and I'm really happy that I could be a part of it. Found out about so many cool games through it. There is a chance that I'll be like streaming other demos or shorter games that like were part of this event later. They just won't be a part of like these official Choose Wisely streams. That was just for this week. But doesn't mean that I am done with like these kind of games. If any ever catch my interest, I'm always happy to give a cool demo a try. Man. For my upcoming schedule, I will say no stream tomorrow, Tuesday the 16th. Possibly a stream on Wednesday the 17th. Don't know what it'll be yet. I can tell you 100% it's not Xenoblade 3 because I don't believe that Iris and Kote are available, and they would really like to join for this next stretch of the story. So if I stream, it might be something else. Maybe I'll just pull out something chill. Maybe I'll play another game that like was part of Choose Wisely that I didn't get to during the week itself. We'll see. We'll see where I'm at. We'll see what I'm feeling, or we'll see if even after all these streams, maybe I need to take a little break. We'll figure it out. Thursday, once again, no streams. I have some things going on IRL once again. But Friday night, Friday the 19th, that is Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Return Night. So if you guys are invested in the Xenoblade playthrough, that's when it'll be coming back. It'll be coming back Friday the 19th. So I hope to see you guys for it then. It should be a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to continuing. Xenoblade will be a good time. Otherwise, I guess it's time to figure out what we're doing for raid. I want to check. Yes. It is my friend Cheshi's birthday. She is super lovely. I am gonna show you guys. She did some art for the channel. Back when I first started, before my VTuber model was ready, I got her to draw my PNG tuber. Cheshi did this. She's also done some other fun art that I use every now and then. Let me grab it. Let me grab the other stuff she's done for me, because she's great. I love getting art from Cheshi whenever I can. Let's see, where'd it go? Oh yes, she also did do this one. She's super cute. I love this one. And then, let's see, I have at least one more from her. I have a couple more from her even, I think. Let me just find it. Ah, yes, okay. Cheshi also did the design for my very first stream anniversary, the first year I celebrated it. She designed this dress for me. Super cute, super lovely. She did such great work on it. Then let's see. There's at least two more, and I want to show them in a specific order. Just trying to find them, because once again, I'm not good at organizing my files, and I should probably do that one of these days. I know it's in this folder. Where did it go? Please, God. Oh well, worst case, if I can't find where it is, we'll live. Oh, here it is. She also did this one. It's so cute. This was one of the first pieces of art I ever got after I finished my VTuber model. My design, it made me so happy. She did so good. And then, let's see. She also did this of me and Yuzuki. It's really cute. We love Cheshi. We love her so much. She's great. But alright, so we'll be raiding Cheshi. It's her birthday. Please go wish her a happy birthday. She deserves it so much. Oh, thank you for the dote. So I think for her, we'll do a happy birthday mermaid raid. Okay. There we go. There's the dote. And here is the raid message for subscribers. If you are a non-subscriber, don't worry, I got you covered. Mermaid raid. Perfect. Whoops. That's supposed to have a multiple copies of that. There we go. Subscriber and non-subscriber raid message. Please go say hi to Cheshi. She definitely deserves it. She's super sweet and lovely. She's Yeah, she's just a super kind and wonderful person, and she deserves some support on her birthday. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Once again, thank you to all of the devs who invited me to check out their games. Thank you to Studio FOA for reaching out to me and including me. Thank you everyone who came by the streams. I hope you also found something at least one day of this week that you would like to look into, discovered a game that you might not have otherwise known. But alright, with that, I wish you all a good night, and I hope that you rest well. I will talk to you all later. Goodbye, everybody!